That's true. Give him another one.
Is that not what your nickname is, though?
That is my nickname.
So why would I not choose?
I feel you. That's why I said I know where you went with it.
But you kind of sound like you were complaining at the same time.
I didn't like how I looked.
You know what?
That wasn't my cutest. I could be a lot cuter than that.
You need to do the little, aw.
No, I'm not fucking nigger.
I am not a nigger. Excuse me, sir. This is not. Oh, okay.
You okay?
I was just looking, trying to see what's going on.
Oh, there's something up that shouldn't be up.
Sometimes let my man figure out what it is before I jump off the deep end.
No.
Just so he didn't think I was tripping.
Oh, so now you want to wait.
Yeah, I'm taking your advice.
The window has closed, huh?
Yeah.
You're done jumping out of that. You just, okay.
Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Deaf Fresh Show. It is I, Mr. Tone Deaf. We are back in the building. And immediately to my right is my partner in crime, Heartbreak, complaining about his headband Fresh. What's going on, bro?
That picture is breaking my heart.
That's not. I don't give a fuck at this moment. It's done. You're gonna have to ride it out for the rest of the season.
Sheesh.
That's cool. Even though I'm just saying, I can say what I'm just saying.
Because you want to know why? This is the number one reason why I'm saying fuck you right now about this complaint. Because before it was even publicized, that anybody seen that video, what did I do, Juan?
Oh, you sent it to me.
So that means you seen the video prior to before it was public. That's cold. That's dope.
It was.
And then you put it on the YouTube page so people can be prepared for the new season.
Right.
So now we like 8 episodes in with this video.
And
it's probably really 5. And now you want to say something.
That's usually how niggas work.
And that's why I'm saying
but we do have guests in the building today.
Back in the building with us for another week because Juan technically kidnapped her yet again.
What the fuck was this on me?
We are joined by the Carmel Sunday herself.
She gonna be my co-host.
She might as well, fam.
Hey, y'all.
How you get roped into this?
I'm like, how did I? Yeah, I'm like, I feel like I'm
because you
bullied.
already on the payroll.
I feel like I'm being bullied into it, though. Are you bullying?
No, I would never bully you. I would ask you.
Okay, because I feel like you feel some type of way because you didn't see me at the grocery store on Tuesday.
Was I even there?
Nope, you wasn't.
Was I at work?
Okay.
No, I was at work on Tuesday.
You just didn't see.
Okay.
And
I
was looking for you too.
I bet you
start
were.
on your And also joining us once again, a returning guest, a favorite of TDR.
My favorite cancer.
My cousin, one half of the Diva and the Nerds. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What up? It's Dilly.
Which one are you?
Depends on the episode.
That might be a fact. After the first time I met her, I'm like, she's definitely the diva.
But she's really the nerd.
I know that.
That's why I said depending on the episode, because they both have their days where they be dropping mad science.
Mad science. I hated science in high school.
And long-time listener, first-time guest.
My Uncle E in the building.
What up, what up, what up?
Go ahead and clap it down for him.
Yes, sir. The bringer of drinks.
Yes, bringer of drinks. Now this is the nigga that we need on Monday. When I say we need alcohol, my aunt gonna show it with alcohol.
Also, this particular episode is brought to you by Tranquility Blend, a Milwaukee owned fine peace in a bottle. That's what it says on there.
I was gonna say, niggas, they paying you to say that because that was dope.
I drink it.
Yeah, fine peace in a bottle.
Right. Pretty much.
Fine peace in a bottle.
We get some
11% alcohol.
We get some Seagrams up here.
Okay.
Did everybody?
I usually like 13, so like if they can get 11, that's good. That's right up mine.
You're a wine drinker?
And this is local. You know you're a wine drinker. Here, take this home with you.
Oh shit, we giving out gifts on the episode?
Because I ain't got no corkscrew to open it.
Right. You probably got all type of wine shit. You got a whole distillery in your basement, don't you?
I got like a little glass that has, vintage scents and everything with my birthday on it.
Wine cellar like white people and shit. You go in the basement.
This is a 1972 Cabaret Chapatate.
Oh, speaking of dogs, so I've been watching Hulu lately, right? And there's this TV show / documentary called The Con. So basically, Whoopi Goldberg is narrating the show where all these popular cons. Actually, she do a really good job. She out here getting her Morgan Freeman on, and it actually fits. So your favorite con of all time made the top 8 list.
My favorite
Yeah,
kind.
your favorite
These
kind.
fucking Facebook Ponzi schemes.
No.
Oh,
No.
what
They
is
can
it?
catch all the Nigerians. Just a few.
The Fire Fest.
Nah,
Oh,
he-
God.
Duh.
First of all, y'all got to stop blaming Ja Rule. He did. Look, he when he put his name on it, it looked legit.
Yeah,
That's where the scam
until
started.
till bro tried to have dogs suck dick in the airport for like clean water or something. Like shit got out of
It
it.
did.
That happened.
He said in the documentary. If you watch the specific one on Hulu, dog admitted the locals was not going to release the water, and bro came to him and was like, "Hey man, I need you to do me this favor." And dog,
That's not a favor.
he asked dog to really go down there and suck the dick of the water man.
Was bro gay?
He was gay.
Okay, so it wasn't out of his element.
It wasn't out of his
still.
element, but it's like, dog, that's like asking your sister, "Hey, look, in order for us to buy this house, I need you to go fuck dog in the basement real quick." That's rude as fuck. But there is this one where this Asian
I mean,
dude,
sometimes you gotta sell your friends out to get what y'all need.
No,
you are.
we just talked.
I would never ask my friend to suck dick, but I would ask my friend to take the bullet with the ugly bitch. So if that's in the same realm of possibility, don't look at me like that, because everybody in this motherfucking room that probably did it. Because I fucked my fair share of ugly bitches, so my nigga can get some.
Nope. Haven't bit that bullet.
You know what? Women don't have to have that
Women
problem.
don't ever do that.
Women don't have to have that problem.
Nope.
Because if a woman don't want to sleep with a dude, she just don't want to sleep with a
Damn,
dude.
women are more joy killers than niggas.
No.
Think about it, man. You take your chick.
They got to take more risks.
Take your chick back to the crib. I got my friend. Okay, I got my friend. It's a party. And if your friend who's sitting in the front room with the nigga and she don't fuck with dog like that, hey, we gotta go. So guess who? Ain't nobody getting no pussy tonight.
Because they got to take more risks. One, they're more likely to get the STD. Two, they don't want an ugly baby daddy.
We got condoms.
How often do niggas who take the bullets really use them, though?
If you taking a bullet for your homie, I would hope you're using a condom.
You didn't plan on taking a bullet for your boy that day. You might not got one on.
He didn't even know
He wasn't prepared for this. He just wanted to go home and finish watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
The 90s where niggas carry condoms in their wallet and shit.
Yes, in this day and age, men are more reckless.
They throwing that shit on the crack.
Hey, shout out to the fact that like nerd shit is a mood setter nowadays.
Nerd shit is acceptable.
Right, like man, hey, you want to come over? We smoke a blunt, watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and she be down. Like, yes, I will so do that with you.
And it's funny because when you think about like back in high school, if you like nerd shit,
You were an outcast.
you were outcast. So if you like nerd shit, you getting all the bitches.
Man,
If you can explain who this new character that just popped up in Loki is, everybody wants you.
You're talking about the niggas with the silk shirts and the
with the-
airwalks. You talk about this.
yo, there was the niggas at the table playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, had the airwalks, the Jinkos with the big bottom leg. That was that.
Oh, them big ass motherfucker parachute jeans.
Yeah, the Jinkos.
Yeah, them the niggas you can't trust.
So, ladies, since you're here today, let's ask y'all the same question. How was y'all week so far?
It's been wonderful. And thank you for asking. How's yours been? Can you hear me? I feel like you can't
Pull
hear
your
me.
mic
Got-
closer. You know you got the song.
Pause. Look.
See, I said pull your mic closer. I didn't say talking to the dick.
I definitely was
That's
gonna
why I
say
was like,
put dick in your
pause.
face.
Right. They blowing you up, Dilly?
But Carly, you come back to the
That's
streets.
my trainer.
Trainer
Oh.
for work?
No.
Oh, you hitting the gym?
Your personal trainer.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I ain't gonna feel.
So we trying to
rude
get
for
summer
jumping
ready?
out. I ain't gonna feel rude for jumping out the window.
No,
Since
it's more than that.
Everything okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You need a hug?
you telling you need
No.
to do 75 push-ups for the night's over.
I don't need a hug. We're in a pandemic. What?
You can hug during a pandemic.
No.
I've been
What question
vaccinated,
did you
though.
ask? Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll write that down for next time.
Wait, what you say?
What was the question, Juan? What did you say?
How was your week?
How was my week? My week was good.
What you ended up getting?
Well, it's only Thursday, but
It's done for me.
I anticipate it'll be fine. What about you?
I am great. I have celebrated 2 anniversaries this month.
Mm-hmm.
What was the second one? I feel like I should know, but I'm drawing a blank.
You really should know.
Drawing a blank.
It's my wedding anniversary. My nigga.
Oh, high five, nigga! Clap it up.
Hey, aw.
Let's celebrate solitude in this motherfucker.
It was a rough one. I ain't gonna lie.
Solid as a rock.
Did you see that post that somebody made where the young man praised his woman for putting up with his BS for all these times by saying like she held it down?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Was people mad at that?
Yes, because basically he wanted praise for putting his girl through hell and her still being around.
I think it was more praise to her that she stood through this shit.
No, that was his.
Because some bitches will leave you.
But that's not cool. How you gonna ask to be recognized for the simple fact you basically have relationshiply tortured this woman for umpteen years?
That's what we do nowadays.
Like you want praise for being toxic.
They look for the praise.
I mean, that's the generation we live in. Though.
Yeah, if he posted it, he trying to get some kind of like off of it. If he posted it, because some stuff don't need to be posted. So if you posted it, like I put this woman through so much stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to get the violins.
That's not like we supposed to like, yeah, man, she a real one. She a keeper. No,
you go get some niggas. You be like, yeah, man, shout out to her. She held you down, bro. Hopefully you changed.
No, because that's the same. No, because that's the same. But that's the same. That nigga, I guarantee you, that's the nigga who, while you was doing your fuckboy shit, they were in her DM saying, "Hey, you could do better."
No, that's not my friend.
Who said that it was always your friend?
Right. You'll never know.
I found out a nigga that I kick it with DM and my bitch. I'm beating you the fuck.
Hey,
up.
if you doing fuck shit, nigga.
I don't give a fuck what I'm doing. That's between me and my girl.
She don't know about it because you doing fuck shit.
And if you snitching, I'm definitely gonna whoop your ass off the principle of you snitching.
Most of the time, you don't know.
Snitch. We do not tell.
Look,
not in this family.
If you doing fuck shit, keep it on that side of the building.
Motherfucker, your cousin could throw your ass off a fucking garage. Why you walking like that? Oh man, you know basketball. Damn well, he fucking threw you off.
That's how it used to be.
That's how it used to be, though.
They telling now.
Threw you off a building.
They telling everything.
Y'all should have been telling back then when he threw you off the garage because his ass need to be fucking in a psych ward.
It was like an unwritten rule to tell on like your big cousin.
Sometimes them the niggas you need to tell on because they torturing
he
you
be
because
like,
they going through shit.
He be like, who?
Because they prepping to go ahead and do some other stuff.
I definitely don't want to go.
Up.
I definitely don't want to go over cuz house today because he gonna fuck me up.
Because he torturing you because he's going through some shit.
Nah, cuz just did that shit for leisure.
Exactly. So that means he was going through something.
He was
you think that's fun? That's
something
toxic.
mentally wasn't right with
Yeah,
that.
he definitely thought he was out. I'm like, as an adult, I be telling him like, bro, you know, when we was kids, like you was the only nigga having fun. I didn't have fun.
Where's his cousin at now?
On the outskirts of the family, because apparently if you come back, you don't get the shit beat out of him. I tell him now, you try me now, I'll fuck you up. You don't want no smoke now.
Then the ones
Wasn't acceptable.
where you used to go in the back room and scream with your mouth closed.
Or they hit you too hard, you gotta catch your breath. You be like, shh, don't tell. You be them fucking dying.
I wish I was
First
bigger.
of all, man, that voice.
Man, you know, parents didn't really parent back then. Hey man, who back there screaming? Oh, you nobody? Wasn't nobody. We playing. All right, keep it down.
And that too was a problem.
That's how we grew up, though, bro. I wouldn't change it.
I would.
Right.
Why?
That wasn't right.
Why?
Because there's a lot of people out here who are doing fucked up shit for generational reasons.
Oh, you're not supposed to keep it going.
That's why you gotta say.
That's why you got to say something, though. How you supposed to stop it if don't nobody know what's wrong?
Well, I stopped it because I didn't do it. I could have easily tortured the shit out of Noah when he was a kid.
And you damn near want to.
I wanted to, but I never did.
But you know,
because I didn't like it when I was tortured as a fucking child. So but you stay on your side of the room, I'm gonna stay over here.
See, with Noah, there needs to be a healthy balance, though, because by you not doing nothing, this nigga's reckless.
That's not my
so
kid.
You're saying a little bit it's okay in moderation.
Yeah, it's a little bit, just to let him know, like, hey,
that's what the big cuz thought. It's okay because I only see you like every other month to whoop your ass. But no, it's not okay at all.
No, Noah
you do it or you don't do it.
No, because Noah has justifiable reasons why you need to put a hole in his chest. No,
Tom. You just said 20 minutes. You just said like 10 seconds ago. It's not right.
It's not right if you're just doing it for no reason. Like you walk in, you just hit Noah. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you walk
why
in,
the fuck was that a thing? Why was that a thing? Just You motherfucker ever hit you? It's like, I don't know this game. What the fuck is open chest, bro? I can't breathe.
Right, you can't do
That
that.
help with your reflexes. You know what I'm
But
saying?
now, like,
Now,
you know,
it's
you come in the
they
house
don't
and you
flinch 'cause
find
you don't
out,
jump
like, Noah slapping women at school. Nigga, why you do that? See the difference?
No, my brother's soft. He ain't gonna hit nobody.
That's what you think.
No, that's what I know.
You know, you find out he putting rats in people's, you know,
Them
bags.
the ones you gotta watch. The ones you think won't do nothing. Because if the right person push
Now,
that right button,
if you was to be like,
you're not gonna be able to get them.
Kay went to school and was whooping people's ass, I for sure believe that. My little sister's a fucking tyrant,
Your little sister's also autistic.
but she live her own rules.
Because she don't understand regulations and rules.
Right. That's why if a motherfucker was like, Kay was doing this shit. I mean, she don't understand rules, but she also don't fear consequences.
That's a bad combination.
Nah, Noah, even though nobody does anything, he's afraid of what could happen.
Well, maybe it should happen.
That's why he don't really take it too far.
But it should. He don't take it too far.
Look, we're not here to talk about my little brother and his problems. He's mentally retarded.
He don't cross the line. He just run to it. Like,
No, he crossed it
Not
before.
this time.
not this time.
He most definitely crossed it before.
So he's not
He
a
probably
good
done
line
stuck a
separate.
toe over the line once.
He's
or
been doing
twice.
good for a little while.
Okay.
So I give him his props. He cool. He got a job. He hate that shit. But he got a job.
Don't most people hate their jobs?
No,
Do you work a regular 9-to-5 job?
I'm an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
I work
Alright.
more than 9 to 5.
That don't count though. That's a
Right.
entrepreneurship.
Technically,
I gotta punch in.
Right. That's like
You
the
punch
saying.
the clock.
Niggas
You
who
have
punch
a
the clock
clock.
hate that shit.
Most
Sorry
niggas
to
hate
hear
that.
I know. Don't be
Most
sorry
niggas
they
hate
pay me.
that.
It's not like I show up for free.
Like I have a love hate for my 9 to
And
5.
I get paid a good amount of money to do nothing. Because ever since the pandemic happened, I definitely don't be working as hard as I used to. Because who the fuck? They still don't trust the deli meat. That's okay with me. You don't need no ham today? For sure.
That's a fact. 'Cause when I
Keep
saw
it moving.
Walmart shit empty, I'm like, damn, they really don't fuck with that shit.
They buying all prepackaged stuff.
Yeah, they all about
The prepackaged shit is what you got to worry the most about.
Absolutely.
I don't give a fuck.
They
They,
like,
ain't
fuck them
asking me to cut shit. Where the Oscar Mayer at? Oh, it's on the wall right over there.
They like, fuck them consequences.
You just
What a
want to be
2 for
lazy.
5.
And you can't hug during a pandemic.
Yeah, we
What?
just found out.
You can't hug during a pandemic.
I just found that out.
Oh,
You Googled
hug
it?
me or just in general?
In general.
Oh, okay.
You
But
don't-
not me though.
Yeah, because
Right,
that's an
yeah.
invasion of your personal
Yeah, I
space.
think that's
get
what
it.
I was referring to.
Oh, okay, yeah. Stay out of personal space.
That's why I asked person that just didn't hug. It just
Right.
didn't go in.
She might got a blade.
She probably do.
I wouldn't put it past her.
See, Tom know about the window and the door. He checked the door. See,
Because he's older than
He
me.
checked the door, see if it was warm.
Tone is the
You
reason
just
why.
check
Like
the
he
window.
don't stop me sometimes. He just be like,
You got to remember to survive a lot.
Tone, you like our
Check that
Andre the
door.
Giant.
See if it's
You just be
warm
like,
before you
he'll
go
learn
out the
eventually.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got.
He'll stop that bullshit one day.
I mean, I punched you in the chest and you didn't listen. So
When you go in that
Do it on
ladder,
your
the
own.
little ladder they put out there, when it ain't there, and you just go. all
I got a
the way out,
10-year
looking
jump
for
on
it.
you. I already know how this is gonna play out. I've seen this before.
You have?
I've seen it before. You know what? He ain't gonna listen. Just do it.
Sometimes I don't. Like with women, I probably should, but I don't.
More often than not. More often.
Because
So
sometimes it's
we're about to
like,
have this conversation again.
what? About,
It's an everyday thing for him.
oh, now you sorry. That motherfucker been dinging for the last 20 minutes, but now you sorry.
It didn't play no music though. I think you jumping out that window.
I'm not jumping out the window.
No, he is. He keep doing it. It's fine.
The lights were
Bro,
We about to.
I was out the window in the hallway, fam. Like I'm sitting on her front
But
lawn
you
at this
tried
point.
to come back to the door. She let you in the door, you know, because you cleaned it up. But now you back at the window and you just going in and out the window.
I'm just here to watch the world burn.
I'm a habitual window
You
jumper.
smell like outside. You either in or out. You can't do both. You smell
I
like
be
outside.
pissed. You here to help me understand
I like
why
you.
do I still work with this nigga?
Because we're best friends.
I mean, you've been doing it for like how many years? I'm
Right,
sure
it's
the-
kinda
I was
too
there at
late.
The anniversary one. I'm like,
I've tried to quit so many times
but you're still.
You want to quit, Tom? Because this could be the last episode.
because I own everything.
I mean, this could definitely be the last episode of the Jeff Fresh show.
We've been trying to quit the Death Fresh show for years.
Like,
know what
security.
I'm really trying to quit Mondays, but that ain't.
You know she ain't gonna let you quit because I'm trying to quit Monday.
I called in sick. She was like, "Oh, you don't feel good? No show." Like, damn, you can do this without me. Nah, we can't. Nah, you be better. You be better next week. I guess I don't freaking know. I'm
just
dying.
saying. But you know, podcasting is her outlet. Podcast is everybody's outlet. So
That's cool.
that's why. I mean, honestly, I need a show where I can just be ignorant. So that's the only reason why I really.
I mean,
want to
I
cover
love
show.
her outlet, and I love her freeness, and I love that she is getting other women to be open and free, and I think that's beautiful. What I don't love is when I'm sitting this close to her, and she just think it's okay to put a big dick on the table. That's what I don't like.
Well, I mean,
I get it.
it is what it is.
I get it.
That's what the topic of the show is, though.
I get it.
You can't.
You sell dick.
mad.
You sell dicks, and you sell roses, but don't just throw no floppy dick and stick it to the table and then be like, "Help me get it off." Now you on your own. I'm not touching that.
Why you?
No, I just don't want to touch it. It's got nothing to do with
America.
nothing. It's just it's not.
So since we're here,
it's not for me.
and we're talking
Okay.
about podcasts.
I have the right. I have the right to say no.
So for those who did not listen to the last time, we
Women
had
say no all the time.
Dilly on the episode. Tell us a little bit about your podcast, since you're gonna leave us in a minute because life is life.
Yeah. We started later, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so the Diva the Nerd podcast, we started podcast in 2019, I believe, and it's me and Queen T. I
Goddamn
Continue talking. We just passing liquor.
okay.
Goddamn alcoholics.
Where we kind of just talk about. We have guests to come on the show more so to talk about like mental health and entrepreneurship and different things like that, or just kind of like random things, music, a whole bunch of different stuff. So I think it would be more so like almost like lifestyle mix of comedy podcasts. We're currently on hiatus, mostly because of the pandemic. It's been kind of rough trying to coordinate stuff. You know, life happens. So, but we hope to get back to it eventually.
What's your favorite episode?
I can't even think. I don't know. That's bad. I don't know what my favorite episode
Which episode
is.
do you feel like could have did a do over?
I still don't know.
Do you think the world is ready for the Death Fresh show to be on your show?
I think so.
Can
You
we
don't
get-
think so?
No, I just want to know.
As long as I can jump out the window. Hey, the way she looked
So
at it, I was like,
it's consequences to every action, right? There's a consequence for everything. So if you're comfortable with the consequence, then fine.
life is life.
Right.
Like,
Correct.
I mean, words are words. Anybody gonna whoop my ass?
Okay.
I remember.
So
you saying
as long as that line is always drawn, you can say whatever you want. But you know, when you step into the realm of wanting
Are
to,
you threatening me when you
No.
say
Oh,
no.
whooping ass?
No,
Because
I'm
I'm
not.
only
Oh, my.
about 5'3".
I'm not threatening you.
Okay,
wow.
that's kind of how it felt.
Oh, that's
So
how
I just
you
wanted to
felt?
be clear.
Oh, wow.
I was talking about like the viewers and the people who listen, who think I just be on
The views and
bullshit.
opinions of Juan is
I mean, I really
nobody else.
look.
at the
You know,
table.
like here's like you know,
leave this right here.
No, we're gonna pass that back. But, like, like when you first meet people, or I say the second time because apparently we met in like high school, but I don't remember that. High school was a fog. I smoked a lot of weed.
Still good.
I feel judgment coming from the nigga in the orange t-shirt.
Yes. Do you not still smoke weed?
It's not what we're talking about.
But that's all. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
I said you still do.
I feel like it's still on topic though.
You felt that too?
Yeah,
Shut up.
Yeah.
I don't need your opinions either. I'm gonna cut your mic off too.
That's fine.
We ain't even gonna cut your mic off. I'm just gonna unplug your cord.
From over there.
Nah,
This
I'm
wrinkle
gonna
right
get up.
here.
Yeah, Mike. I don't need that.
You're so aggressive.
I'm like, I'm
You're not.
So,
You're not,
what are we-
You're
what are
not
we
ready.
talking-
You're not ready for me to stress you out every Thursday.
No.
Juan, what are we talking about today?
You don't want that? I want that. I like that.
Juan, what are we talking about today?
We are here. Well, first of all, anybody watch Mortal Kombat this weekend or last weekend? It came out.
I watched it.
How'd you like it?
What do you think about it?
I think the character development could have been better. And I know they say, oh, well, it was mostly supposed to just be in fighting and stuff like that. But even still, they could have did a little bit better with the character development because it was just kind of like people like doing audition tapes. That's what it seemed like.
That's a new one.
Yeah, so it was.
That's actually probably the best description.
I can feel that.
I
Like
can
the
see
character development did lack, but I guess
I think they were basing it on like majority of the people who are watching it are already fans of the game.
right,
So we're not gonna waste your time about who these people are.
right.
Except the main character, he wasn't even in the game, though,
Right. And that's the only
So
reason
it's
why
not-
he got developed.
The only part that I did hate, it was like, so the nigga who was actually a metahuman was more shocked by the shit that was going on, and the nigga who really wasn't, he was just like, this is regular life. Like Kano was like, oh, you can shoot fireballs? How the fuck I do that? Cole was like, so it's just a nigga out here making ice. It's snowing in July, man. I guess that's normal. No, it's a motherfucker who can do this and freeze a block.
Look, fam.
I'd have been excited as a motherfucker and scared at the same time.
Look,
White people have no urgency.
look, fam. A nigga who got lightning coming on around him just appeared in front of you and says, hey, my nigga, your tattoo, it means you're gonna fight to the death. At that point in time, bro, he's just ready for anything.
I'm so glad there wasn't a tournament in this movie because
It technically was, but it
well,
wasn't.
first of all, this bracket is so fucked up. Because Goro has won 9 of the last fucking 9 Mortal Kombat tournaments.
And bro, just pulled
And then you lost to this unranked nobody that don't nobody even fucking know.
He was modded.
It was like, man, the fuck, he didn't even beat his ass.
I'm just saying.
He should have been on the brink of death or something before he came back.
cheated.
Yeah, he definitely cheated where he got the fucking...
Because there was 2 NPC characters off to the side that was a distraction. He cheated.
That's your story?
That's what happened. But there's not a kid and a woman over here to the side.
That's true.
Because had they not been there, bro, Cole would have been dead, fam.
He should have been dead. Should have monkey stomped his ass.
That's the only reason why Doug got
Should
his
have been the
his
first
ability.
and last time we saw
How
that.
did they even get him a family anyways? Like, nobody else got
Because
family.
he was an orphan.
Well, I mean, Liu Kang, his cousin, but he fight too. Like,
No, but then they killed his cousin.
Yeah, like why they give him a family? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Look,
So everybody else was just here.
They trying to throw some excitement in there.
they just we only cared, like you said, we only really cared about the fights. We
Which
just wanted some
goes
fights
back to
finish it.
Dilly point, like
Yeah.
the character development was fucking terrible.
Because look, bro, they knew that folks was gonna watch this movie.
That's true.
They knew people was gonna pay for it.
That's also true.
If the movie sucked, they blame it on COVID.
That's also true.
Okay, they already know they finna get a trilogy out this shit. So it's like, okay, we give you bullshit for the first one. We're gonna give you everything and then some in the second one, and then we know y'all just gonna come out to the third one because y'all want to see the ending. So we'll give you some more bullshit. That's how you stretch your budget.
That's how the older one was too.
The first one wasn't bad, but that second one,
Annihilation.
whoo,
Second one was
Because
so
they had a lot
bad.
more characters.
Christopher Lambert didn't even want to come back as Raiden. He was like, you know what, dog, I'm out.
Yeah, but
I'm
it
just
is-
saying. But it was good for what it was.
It was.
It was better than Wonder Woman 1984. I'll tell you that much.
I didn't sit
No,
through
it
that.
wasn't.
I didn't see that.
I didn't like how they did the story with that. They could
Character
get
development was better.
was it really?
Yeah,
For a
because
DC movie?
They
Yeah,
went back and
'cause-
made her still be in love with Steve, and that he was
I'm
dead.
talking about Cheetah though.
Oh, Cheetah, yeah.
Yeah, the character development with Cheetah was good, and so was in the villain dude.
I'll
Because
give
he
you that.
started out as like a con, and then he was still a con, but he developed.
I'll give you that.
In Mortal Kombat, they just pick people up off the street. They just started picking people up,
Especially
and
Jax.
nobody really understood. Like they picked a dude, pulled up in the truck, and was like, "If you want to live, get in." He got in with his family. That's a good point, though.
Yeah.
Why did they even give him a family? Why did they give him a family?
Why? Nobody else had family.
Because he did. He
Nobody
left the family to go get what was Johnny Cage
Now he left to go because they
to go
took
to
him
Hollywood.
to
Yeah,
go
he
at
wanted to
the
go
end.
get-
Yeah, at
Yeah,
the
he's
end.
leaving
So
to
he
Hollywood.
left his family essentially. So the family was literally had no reason to be there. In the
Well,
movie.
Yeah,
it's,
'cause he kept
it's
telling
a,
them the
it's a
family was
loose,
unsafe.
it's a loose ass plot point. Like he had to unlock his inner chi, which is the Arcana, but he can't unlock it if he ain't got a reason to unlock
Dog, is
it.
the word chi
No,
copywritten? Because every movie has a different variation of fucking chi.
I don't know, but somebody should.
But his family had nothing to do with his cheat. He got his ass, he was getting his ass whooped.
No.
And
No,
then
no,
he
no.
powered up.
no.
Goro was finna fuck his bitch up,
He was gonna fuck his
and then he
family
was
up.
gonna kill the
Yeah.
kid.
He was
And
gonna
then
kill the
once
kid,
he
then he-
powered
once he saw that, he got up, and then the suit of armor hit him, and
I guess.
then the
But-
blades came
but
out the arm
in
and
the
fucked
pit,
folks
when they was
up.
practicing, He was just getting his ass whooped trying to find his shit.
Yeah.
His Arcana.
No,
He didn't have no motivation.
They all was.
He didn't have no motivation. Kano out here like, I just want to whoop ass and go home.
Yeah, once his outlet of it,
That's all he wanted to do.
I was really just here
Now
for the fatalities.
his character, I feel like was played the best out of all of them.
He was
I
comic
didn't like
relief.
Liu Kang. I hated Liu Kang.
I hated Liu Kang in the game though.
I hate him. They should have got the other dude.
He old, man.
I feel like he
Robert
was
Shoe is
better.
old.
But the new Liu
Get
Kang,
Donnie
he too humble. I don't like that.
Can get it,
You
man.
shoot fireballs and you run on niggas' chest. I feel like you should be a little bit more arrogant than what you was before.
Yeah,
No,
if I
but
could
he also-
bicycle kick a nigga,
Because
Yeah,
he's
like-
trained by monks, man. Monks don't get mad at shit.
and if I could
Last
bicycle,
one got
Not
mad.
supposed
That's
to.
when he turned into the dragon.
if I could bicycle kick a nigga,
That's actually one
you
of
know
the
how
different
you know how
fatalities.
arrogant I'd be if I could just like my fat ass. If I could leap in the air, hold position, and drill you in the. Ain't nobody fucking with me. I start fights on purpose.
And that is why-
because you got to be able to press what is it down back B and shit
Mhm.
to be able to do it. You got to do it in your head.
I'll be like, watch this. I ain't finna do shit. What?
Terrible human
No,
being.
I would have to get that on video if you ever even attempted to do that, just to see
Wow, bro.
how far you would be able to go.
At 32, I don't move off the ground. Well, I left all my athleticism in high school when I
I
was
was
playing
about to say
football.
something. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Matter of fact, after high school, I was like, you know what? All this just doing shit ain't for me no more.
Fuck this athleticism shit. I'm done with
Started
this
smoking.
shit.
Started smoking weed, more weed, and wanted to be a rapper. That was where my focus became. I really thought I was gonna get signed off MySpace. I was like, oh shit, that sounds Soulja Boy. Oh,
If
I
you
know
had-
I got
if you
this.
had the SpongeBob on your homepage, you was never getting signed. The SpongeBob with the chains and shit, you was never getting signed if he was on your
Oh,
homepage.
MySpace. Did you have a MySpace page?
Everybody,
You had a MySpace?
everybody did.
I did not.
I
have
feel
MySpace.
like you didn't get into social media till Facebook.
MySpace?
That is true.
What?
I didn't get into it until Facebook.
Okay, well, I have a question, and this is not to seeing that
We here now.
there's a few people in the room that are a little older than me. What was it like before like social media, like picking up people and dating?
Look, I'm looking around like, who, me? But
You said what now? What was it like before?
What was life like before social media?
Like as far as dating,
it was
like
actually,
it's easy. Like now, I can slide to your inbox and we go on the conversation, and
or not.
and y'all rude as fuck with that too.
Because I mean,
in my case, I
I
can't.
mean, we will definitely leave you on red. You know.
Some people, not all people. I'm just saying, like what was the version of red before leaving the motherfucker on red? Just
Walk away.
you roll your eyes and walk off.
Pretty
Walk
much.
away.
Just walk away.
Or your homegirl would throw an interference.
Mhm.
Girl, come on, let's go. He ain't shit.
Who are you to tell me I ain't shit? You don't know me. I mean, granted, you might have a great eye for talent, but still,
I mean,
ain't nobody saying that I ain't on shit.
back then before social media, you actually had to have game. You had to
Yeah.
have conversation. You actually had to have something going about yourself.
Mhm.
You actually had to buy a drink and actually like not sweat the fuck out of her because you don't know how to move the fuck around.
Right.
You know?
Because we actually
It's a
respect
pan-
you when you buy the drink and then you walk away. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you buy the drink, you walk away, and about like 30 minutes later, they're gonna come back. They gonna come
So-
to you.
Should he approach you and ask you what you drinking and then buy the drink, or should he try to surprise you?
Nah,
'Cause I think
usually they got to accord with the bartender. They say, "Let me get a shot of Hennessy."
Let
And
me
then
get what I
whatever
get
he-
and then
or
whatever
whatever
she
she
get.
Whatever they
drinking.
want,
Mhm.
and they do it like that.
Yeah.
Or you say, hey, send it around to that table over there.
Right.
And then when the round comes, he be like, that gentleman, you put your cup up and they be like, oh, okay.
The
They
bartender
pick up their glass and they walk
Yeah.
to
They
you.
tell on you basically. They
Yeah.
snitch. Oh, that came from him right there. They
Mhm.
snitch on you
Because
But
they know that
ain't
you
on it.
trying.
Right.
to
But
get to
they
know.
Yeah,
don't
they try to
know-
help
They
you
don't know
out.
the end on it, but they know what you're trying to do. So
Yeah.
they're like your silent partner.
Mm-hmm. Your wing person.
Also, the bartender's like your wingman.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's solid.
That's why you got to tip them good when you do that.
Yep.
Did you tip good back in the day?
Dog, I still tip good now. What you talking about?
You're right. I know.
I'm just saying, bro.
People hate that.
They work
Really?
hard.
You don't tip well? That's a turn off.
That really is,
That's why
bro.
we ain't going on no date.
That is a big time turn off. Like
Well,
if you
now-
can't, if you
Now
can't
we've
be good with
established that we ain't going on no
At
date.
least round up. If anything,
You don't tip
service got to be decent.
But why does service have to be all good? I mean, I understand like you don't want shit.
You want me to give you money and you didn't do your fucking job?
If the basic necessities are done, they're at least required a tip, man. They don't get paid shit. Base pay for some waitresses are like $4, bruh.
That's high.
Yeah, I'm saying that's high.
Yeah, it might be like
so
2 or
what you
3.
telling me is
tip.
You can show up to this table, do the bare minimum as long as you did your job, and you want me to tip you.
What do you want them to do? Do fucking flips with your food?
I ain't asking you to do a flip, but I mean, be smart, be nice, smile, give me something.
Maybe they did get that. That's probably bare minimum.
Give me something worthy of a fucking tip.
And the crazy thing about people is when they do
bring you your food, didn't they take your order? Didn't they bring it out nicely? Wasn't it warm when you got the food? I'm concerned.
And
like
then,
you go to the restaurant and you make people feel this way.
Right.
Like so you don't tip them.
Did you not give them this wild ass order and they got it right?
Like,
so are you the
problem?
Yeah. So are you the person that goes to the restaurant and treats service poorly because that is absolutely unacceptable?
No, I'm a very nice guy.
Oh,
I'm just saying because if you have a wild ass, let's say you have a food allergy.
Don't know.
So you order this food,
fucking aesthetic. Like we go out to eat all the fucking time,
and you order this meal.
I'm
right?
not a dick. The only way I'm gonna say something to you,
you walk into the door.
It's for sure.
Okay.
It's for sure. It's a show.
Look, he's shaking his
You
head.
see, he's trying to come back in.
Right.
We doing a
podcast.
Again.
We're doing a podcast.
It's locked on the
We all
inside.
can't be
He's
on
trying
one
to come
accord
back in.
here. Somebody got to stick out like the sore thumb. That's my job.
But then that's when you say I'm gonna play devil's advocate. That way people know.
You're putting a disclaimer.
You're putting a disclaimer.
Yeah.
I got a fuck boy.
I got to start putting a disclaimer on my fuck shit.
You should have been doing that.
Why do you think I
it's
do
too
it?
late, no.
Like I agree sometimes, but like you know what? I got to play devil's advocate in this situation, and I ask all the fucked up questions, but they know I'm only doing it for the show. But yeah,
I'm not gonna over tip you, but I'll tip you.
No, it depends. I might over tip.
What
you.
is over tipping though?
Yeah,
Because you give them what you think you want to give them. So whatever you give them is not over tipping because that's what you want to give them.
$5-10 is a good tip for me.
Okay, so let's
minimum is
reverse
rounded
back.
up.
Let's reverse back. How much is the bill? So the bill is $40. How much are you because I'm a percentage person. Like I'm gonna at least give people 18 to 25%.
So you giving them a whole another $10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if the
That's
service
not
is
bad.
good, I would
No, but it's
definitely
like
give
because
them
I would round up to the next 10. So if the bill is like $42.12, I'm rounding up to 50 because it's easier for me to pay attention to what the fuck I spent in my bank account when I do that anyway.
I probably would do.
But if you did not, if you
And it also
went
depends on
above
the
and
situation.
beyond,
Like,
you
I
might
ain't the
get
type of
60.
nigga that always carry cash. I usually carry whatever's in my pocket.
And see, I still write it on my thing. So
Yeah.
even still, like I don't tip cash.
I don't
very
tip cash
rare.
because I don't trust people.
Right.
Because I literally saw little kids
if I
steal money
know I'm
off the
finna,
table.
if I know
Oh no,
I'm,
I give it. If I have
Right.
cash, I will give it directly.
if I
to
know
the
I'm
server.
finna tip you, I give it directly.
Well,
to
you know, sometimes
It depends
they
on
be
where you
busy,
at.
so you know, you just
Oh, I
leave it
don't
on the
care.
table.
I know what
'Cause-
establishment I can
because
leave them on the
we've
table,
been
which
to
mother got it.
Applebee's.
Like Applebee's,
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
whole
And we
people.
all like we got some service so motherfucking dope. Everybody ponied up was like, look, we finna leave this motherfucker a nice ass
I
tip.
think she walked out with $100 that day.
Yeah, and then we had seen a motherfucker like before that just steal money off the table. I was like, yeah, motherfuckers in here are ruthless. And we all stealing people tips, man.
Was
Also,
y'all in Midtown?
no,
No,
did we
we
go Bayshore?
It was like Bayshore.
Yeah, it was Bayshore.
That same shit. That's,
I remember-
Have you ever been to the Midtown Applebee's? There's a
When it-
reason why it's not there anymore.
when it was there.
Nothing that was there is even there anymore. That shit.
I used to go when I worked at
Real
like
time.
Walmart.
I think I went to that one once.
Yeah, I went there once. I'm not an Applebee's fan, so you.
I
can
roll
catch me
by
there.
there. I ain't never go in.
What's the worst date y'all ever been on?
Ooh, great question. Great question. And now, was it a bad date because of the person?
And tell us what made it a bad date. No,
No,
you here.
Put the church finger up and walk away.
Come
like,
on, Wakanda.
Was it a
The
bad
church
date
finger?
because of the person, or was it a bad date because of the planning? That makes a difference. Because they can plan a great date, but just be shitty people. Or they can be great people and like, hey, we gonna go half on this this water park ride, kind of a shit.
I don't know. I'm confused. That
It's
sounds
kind
the
of shit
same.
in between.
No, it's like
Hit you with the
they don't know how to
Dutch.
plan a good date.
Okay.
Like they ask you, you want to go here, you want to do this, you want to do that. Whereas then they can sit down and the person just talks about themselves the whole day.
Rule number one.
I need to hear this.
Oh,
'Cause you
it ain't
you
okay. It ain't
rules
necessarily
about
rule,
dating. I
but
need to hear
it's a
this.
precaution. Like I feel like
That's actually what this whole episode is about, to be about how to date better.
I will say that if your pockets ain't where you want them to be, and you're not gonna be upfront with your financial situation, stop telling people they can pick whatever they want.
This is true.
I think that's fair.
Well, first and
Like
foremost,
I ain't gonna promise you no motherfucking steak dinner if I got like McDonald's money.
but if you asking that person on the
You got
date, you
McDonald's
should
money,
pick
you
the
probably shouldn't
location
date like
anyway.
that.
Right.
You should
Damn.
gauge the kind
Unless
of
you know how to
person.
People
cook.
can't go on McDonald's dates.
If you only have McDonald's money, and I'm not trying to say people don't deserve love, but if you have McDonald's money, you should not be looking to casually date.
That is a true statement.
That don't make sense.
So
If
It
you
don't
get that, or
compute.
trying
Like,
to
it
go
don't
to a
compute.
restaurant,
Get you a
if you
friend.
got,
Yeah.
if you know you ain't your check a little short, you know, called in a couple days. You know what I'm saying?
Find something that's nice and free.
Yeah,
Get you a
cook,
friend.
cook it.
Like plan a picnic.
take her to the
or something.
museum
exactly.
on Monday.
Right, because it's free.
That was
But
fucking free.
actually, I would appreciate that. Cause I'm like, you know what he was thinking.
Right.
Let her borrow your
And then cook
your
something for
HBO
me.
Max password, and y'all watch TV together from different locations.
Boom, virtual date.
As long as it's not
Oh,
the
like that
first
swing
date.
shit.
Right.
Yeah, no first date, no Netflix
yeah.
and chill, nothing like that on the first date.
But that's why you stay at your house, I stay at my house, and we FaceTime. I'm
I
broke,
can do
baby.
that alone.
I'm broke, baby.
Damn.
What?
He don't get points for creativity?
That's not
Oh,
really
see, maybe I'm
creative.
just out the mix because I'm not dating right now.
That motherfucker said I can watch TV by my goddamn self.
Yeah, why would I FaceTime?
And I
I
can
mean,
fa-
she got
I
she
can
got a point.
FaceTime a motherfucker on my own, bro.
She
I
got a
don't
point,
need
'cause
you.
Because
Yeah,
if
she
you
can do that.
FaceTime and who really watching the movie if y'all looking at each other? And
I
shit,
mean,
like,
she got a
it's
point
good.
though, because for a while before COVID really said fuck all y'all, me and Dilly used to actually watch badass movies on Amazon Prime
Mhm.
and then just talk about it. Did we ever finish that African one?
No,
No.
we got to get back to that.
I was
gotta
just
give it
like,
to
fine, he didn't get points for like creativity.
Was it really?
It depends.
He thought about it. Like he
I mean, he
understood
did
there's
give
a
you your HBO
pandemic.
Max
That's,
password.
it's giving me teenage vibes.
He tried to.
Yeah.
It's giving me teenager, but you're a grown man, but you want me to sit here and accept that vibes. So if I accept that type of behavior from you and you're a grown man providing me with teenage vibes, it's only going to go downhill from there. No, thank you.
I don't think it'll go
She got a
down.
point though.
It ain't gonna go no higher.
She got a point
Right.
because
Pass me the bottle.
You already set the expectations with the first one,
that is true.
Exactly.
so
So
it ain't gonna go no higher.
so
If
let me
she
ask.
cool with that. That's the plateau.
So
I
let
don't
me
have
ask.
to go no higher than that.
Well, I think you gotta weed out who you accepting this shit
Okay,
from.
so hold on, wait a minute. So since we don't want no cheap ass dates, what are y'all expectations if they jump out the window and do a $2,000 date?
God damn, that still hurts my heart.
He did it. I mean, we all know it was for a publicity stunt.
I
Later.
don't give a
What about
fuck.
that?
I don't give a
What
fuck if it was for Jesus. 2 G's.
What if the first
That's
date
not-
was?
Did you say that's not a
$2,000?
lot?
No.
I ain't got that kind of money. For me, that's a whole lot.
So
That's a whole lot.
Wait a minute, why?
I can
What?
take you to Outback. I can't spend
Juan,
2 G's.
calm down. What does your 2,000 date consist of? Like, why would it be $2,000 for you?
I mean, I'm not saying that I would want my date to be 2,000.
I understand what I'm saying, but what makes a 2,000 date for you?
Okay, what are we doing special? So, for example, are we doing like horse-drawn carriage? Are we bungee jumping? I'm like, I need
Activities.
Right, I need
This
to know what
motherfucker
activities and
fancy.
stuff
In this
like
particular situation, it was a catered home cooked meal, basically.
that. Okay.
He didn't do all the extra, let's go here and enjoy life or try something new. It was just an overly extravagant dinner date.
First date.
On the first date,
First date.
I mean, if you got it like that, then go ahead.
But does your expectations now stay at that plateau? So for this first date, he jumped out the window. And the next date, y'all go to Outback on a Wednesday and catch 2 for $35.
Oh,
And
that
that's-
used to be fire.
You know what?
Press all of them. Press all of them. Just do it like
Yeah,
that.
2 for 35.
right there, he won't have to worry about it because you seem to be
Are
catching
we gonna touch
everything.
base on the main topic real quick? Because I really gotta go. I should have left like.
This was actually to start going into it.
Okay.
And so the question is, since we seem to have realized that either niggas is too cheap or niggas jump out the window when they're not supposed to, how can we start dating better in 2021 for people who are not in like 15-year marriages and shit like that? Because we gave up. We don't even give a fuck. Like,
Clap it up for
And,
my
see,
nigga.
and that's not gonna be a standard. That's a standard for me too. We got to continue to date.
No, it's our work life
I don't
balance shifted.
I'm already
Right.
I'm like, I don't care. We're gonna
Let me
work
back that up. We have a standard of what our dating is.
Okay.
So we don't need to jump out the window and do stuff like that. We would rather have our regular standard dates and then go to Puerto Rico for a week.
And that makes sense. So that's establishing what you want.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like I have to establish what I want.
The butch going to Puerto Rico for a week.
She is a nurse.
Oh yeah, never mind. I forgot. So how
They got
how
good
we
deals going on right now.
how are we dating in 2021, Dilly?
She's not. She
I'm
has
not
clearly
dating.
told us that.
Yeah, I'm not.
She's
dating.
not. Why
Well,
not?
why not?
Why?
We need to get you
Why
on some
should
dates.
I though?
Because there's some
Nobody has provided me with the answer. Because me and Juan spoke about this earlier. Why I should be dating outside of having a man. I'm not one of those women that said I don't need a man and I don't want a man. That's not the case. Because I would love to be in a relationship. But why should I be casually dating to find that right now?
Because you need somebody to stimulate your mind. I don't know what you want to tell you why you need to be doing this.
It's completely up. It's completely
It's
up
her
to her. Like if
Yeah,
you don't want
yeah,
that,
Right.
you
it's
don't
your
want
choice.
to.
Yeah.
God, I
don't have
can't rattle off a list of why you need to be doing it.
Right, exactly. So there's really I don't have any drive to be dating anybody right now. People are the only way to really find somebody is to find them online, and people are crazy.
That
A
is
lot of these dating
true.
apps have, I know people say narcissist and stuff a lot, but they're really like real life sociopaths on some of these apps. It's
A lot of
not
them.
worth the time or the pay. It's I'm just like, I may be traumatized from it.
Have
And
you
I'm
ever
just like,
met
nah.
somebody off a dating app?
Huh?
You used to use dating apps?
Yeah. Like a couple years ago.
Don't yeah me.
I did yeah you because you made it seem like I don't know how to use an app.
No, I'm asking you because the vibe I get from you, that's beneath you. That's why I asked. Well, fucking damn.
I honestly would agree
I
with
never
Juan.
said
Right.
it was beneath me.
Like,
can't
she was
see
like,
you-
I never said
Nigga,
that.
dating app. I don't
can't
use
see
no
you using
Tinder,
a date-
nigga.
I can't see you using a date.
Right.
Talking about Tinder?
Right.
But I don't go outside
Maybe
either.
eHarmony,
eHarmony
but
costs
that's
money.
that's like a 2 hour.
That's why I don't
survey.
use dating apps because you only get so much for free.
I
ain't
feel
finna-
like
I ain't finna pay for this shit.
that's where the mishaps happen when you go to a free app. Like
Because you,
I got a free
you
dating
don't
app.
get
It's
free
called
quality
Facebook.
shit. Like everything free
Facebook
ain't
is
good.
not a dating
actually,
app.
I got
there is
2,000
I know
dating-
there is. I know they have their
dating in
little
there.
Facebook
I got
dating
2,000
now.
friends on Facebook, and I guarantee you most of them are women. So I have my pick of the litter. I got some educated
So you
ones.
use Facebook
I
as
got
a
some
dating
Spanish
app.
ones. I got a few white girls, but I'm still in the doghouse about that white bitch comment, so they're not fucking with me right now. Got me kicked off for a week because I said I ain't like
Let
fat
me
white
guess,
house.
you jumped out the window and shit.
so much wrong with that.
All I said was when you use a dating app, when you sign up, they ask you what's your preference. So if you say I like black women and I like BBW, I would expect that all of these women I'm a swipe on would be African American and of the voluptuous kind. I feel like dating apps be like, nope, bro, this all I got here. Take it. I don't want this shit.
But that really
That's not
do
what
be the
I
case,
asked for.
though.
That's
It
not
do
what
be
I asked
they
for.
got.
Everything do that though.
That's just what we got, bro.
They just throw in some shit to see like he
Dating
might
apps is like shopping at Walmart. Like you always need help, but ain't nobody around to help you.
I hate you.
I
bro.
feel like
That's
like,
a good. You ever
I feel
when
like
last-
you go in there for,
You shop
for
at
certain
Walmart?
shit, but you
I'm
end
more of a
up
Target
putting
person.
more shit in your
See,
cart.
Target, when you
Target.
need assistance, somebody is there in that fucking red polo. You walk into Walmart,
Because there's a button to put.
it's a million people standing around doing nothing. And I
This
know
ain't my
this.
section.
And I know this because I used to work at Walmart. So I know how the game goes. Soon as you need help, everybody just, it's like a spidey sense kicks off. You just disperse like, nah.
You walk
That
in there
mo-
like
that
this.
motherfucker
So you
needs
saying
some.
They be watching like that motherfucker like he needs some help.
Yeah, I'm right in the back room.
Oh, absolutely. Because when I worked at Best Buy, that's what we used to do. like they need help.
Lord
like,
knows this is not my section, bro.
Oh God, hey,
don't come over here.
can
with
y'all
that
help
won't
me in
shit
soft
shit.
lines? Oh no, I mix paint. G, I don't know nothing about
Let
this.
me go get
Don't
you a
come
rep.
over here with that won't shit. I
Let me go get you a rep real quick. That's not my
But-
department.
How can we date better? Though? What do you
It
think?
goes back to communication again, and stop trying to act like you're somebody that you're not.
That does play a
So
factor.
we got to stop lying to people.
Yes.
It's not just only that, bro. Sometimes we got to stop. We got to stop pretending.
Why you? What's with the energy, fam?
What you mean? What energy? You said, "Oh, we got to stop lying to people."
I'm not
No,
saying-
I'm the one with the
That's-
bad energy.
but that's-
I ain't saying we as in like I be lying to motherfuckers.
You need to say this. It's your way as you're saying.
Oh,
You say,
okay,
so
'cause
men-
I was finna say,
you
like,
have to say so men need to stop.
Yeah,
lying.
okay,
You need
that
to go
maybe
ahead.
that-
This is where your problem
Because
is.
I'm like, I
Some
sit
men
here
need to stop.
twice a week
both
on
sides.
them fucking live,
Oh yeah.
We got to.
and
Two-sided coin.
and I do a
Yeah.
podcast with a motherfucker who wouldn't let me lie to a woman to save my motherfucking life. So
Because you shouldn't.
I don't lie to people
I don't either.
because it ain't no point. Either you gonna fuck me or you're not gonna fuck me.
Oh my.
If you're not, I'm sorry. Thanks for playing. See you later. Next contestant.
Wow.
So where can we improve in the communication point? Where do you feel like the most improvement needs to happen? Do you think it's in the beginning stages? It's how we present ourselves online.
It's all the above. It's all and it's not, like you said, it's on both sides.
Right.
And it's definitely all the above. That you have to just be, and there's some people though that shouldn't even be dating because of the fact that they need to heal themselves because they've been through so much trauma and stuff that they're trying to go ahead and use it to basically brush aside what they need to work on.
In the words of the great Samuel L. Jackson, that nigga preaching.
I thought you were gonna say something.
I did too. Like I ain't know.
Hey, when you
like,
say Samuel
like
Jackson,
Sam
man,
It can go
hey,
so many different
the
ways.
list
I'm
so
like,
goddamn long. You don't know what you about to say.
No, but that is true. A lot of people, they don't know how to be alone.
mhm.
They don't know what alone is. So they will go from
I'm so
a bad
tired
relationship
of
To another one.
to another one, but bringing the problems from the previous one
Oh, absolutely.
into this one. Because trust is like everybody talks about they want someone they can trust and someone that's loyal, but they don't know what that looks like.
You're looking for the off switch?
I was like, you gonna steal my mic? Dilly has left the building.
Bye, Dylan.
Bye, cuz. I'll
Nice
call you
meeting
later.
too.
I'll call you tomorrow. I ain't calling you later. It's late. It's late.
Is it late?
I know you be trying to keep me here till midnight.
No, we ain't gonna do that
again.
tonight. We definitely
When
not
do
doing
we
it
have
tonight.
you here till midnight?
Last time,
That's not my fault. I don't control this.
the lies you tell yourself. All right, so
Right.
You said all that just to say you're not a part of the reason.
I'm not a part of
That
that.
mean you are.
okay, so
'Cause you wanna see
while
what she said
while
first
we
before
were
you said
prepping
that.
for the show, I looked up online and tried to get a little, outside the box help in regards to this topic.
Can we switch the camera?
Or,
It just look empty now.
or no,
Okay.
no, no.
There we go. That makes sense.
Pressure.
All right. So a few things that they said.
Who's
Okay.
they? First of all, who's they? Because I'm a
Hey.
big. I have
Hey,
issues with
they change every day.
That's why
They
you
go
know
from
who-
they to them.
Hey, have
Right.
we found out
I
who
need to
they?
know.
Is
White
it?
doctors.
Is it the they that DJ Khaled be referring to? 'Cause
I
I
don't
still
know.
don't know who.
I don't know
them
who
is.
you're talking to.
They
but-
don't want us to win. Who the fuck
And
is
that,
them?
and that comes out at midnight. So we'll
So the
find
white-
it out.
They
So
gonna
these
change
were-
tomorrow.
These were
Yeah.
white relationship doctors. I did not decide to look who the fuck they
You
are.
didn't go talk. You didn't talk
Mm-mm.
with
Mm-mm.
Dr. Samuels and all them or
Mm-mm.
whatever. Kevin
Fuck
Samuels.
dog.
And
Fuck dog. He
That
making
man is
fuck
a
dog. He making us
fool.
old black people look bad. Fuck him.
I mean, he be giving out some gems, but his delivery be so harsh.
But that's why I gotta say fuck dog.
Nigga.
All right,
You talk
so-
about delivery.
So
You
right.
So-
your delivery
the
is
pot calling the kettle black.
exactly. Nigga, your
Whose
delivery
side is you
is
on?
damn near the same.
I'm open. This is community.
she's open conversation.
This is community.
This is
All right.
community.
This is not how we gonna start this off.
Y'all
Okay,
jumping out the same goddamn
I got a
window.
whole
nigga.
list I've been trying to read for a minute here. dog.
okay, read the
All right.
list.
So 15 things that you can do to improve dating, especially in your 30s, because this is where everybody fucks up the most. I added that myself because it's actually true.
I think I'm in my 30s.
Yep. All right. First and foremost, you got to know who you are.
Yep.
A
Absolutely.
lot of people don't understand who the fuck they are, where they are in life. Stop trying to date the person that you was in love with back in high school. Gotta let that shit go.
Yep.
Because that person is not the same person.
Absolutely.
Oh, they for sure now. A lot of them hoes fat.
But they good. Some of them are good thick though.
I'm so-
Yeah. All right.
I'm glad that I have not changed that much since high school. Thank you.
Oh, you was thick like that in high school?
God.
Oh, shit.
No wonder you were married for so long.
Hey,
That
he caught me young.
Yeah, that nigga was not finna let you. He caught you when you was young and dumb, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
He not wrong.
He not wrong at all.
Praise him.
Don't worry, they ain't gonna drip in here.
I'm hoping not, because I'm feeling like if it does,
I thought I was the only one heard that.
Everybody who's
like,
new to the studio.
Oh, like, yeah,
that's the first time I've heard it though, and I've been here how many times? So I'm like, wait.
Yeah, that means somebody else is in the building. All right, number 2. Forget about timelines. Now that's understandable because people come out of high school with this. I plan on having this, and this done by a certain age.
Absolutely.
I don't know why in high school everybody thought 30 was old.
Right.
Like you old as hell, and not realizing 30 is really when you finally realize that you dumb as fuck. And we need to fix
what
some shit.
generation thought 30 was old?
Everybody when they in their high school.
I didn't think 30 was old.
Was a lot of even when I was in high school, if the teacher said, "Well, I'm 31," you old.
I mean, but some of us come from an era where a lot of motherfuckers don't see 21.
For black people.
So
that's when them bones start giving up on you at 30.
That's when you start.
Facts. On my 30th birthday, I swear to God, I got out of bed and everything hurt.
But that's because you haven't taken care of yourself.
Oh my
You
God.
got clearly talking to a pain.
Can we just have a joke?
I mean,
I didn't need a logical answer, man.
This is what she does.
I know. That's why
do this for a living.
she was like, "Oh no, why? It's not funny. You just didn't take care of yourself."
You know that you are now in her entrepreneurship.
Right.
This
You're
is her
my
lane.
job.
You are a future client.
Right.
I
No, he's not, I don't know, because me and you gonna argue a lot. I can already tell.
Just
What
lock
about
the
me?
window so he can't
You
jump
be
out
okay
that
with me?
motherfucker. You be good.
I can deal with you. You know, you're fine. But we gotta work with you.
I'm
What?
logical. All right, number 3.
I don't like this energy, man.
Number 3.
It's
Know
what you do with
that
yourself.
it's okay to be inexperienced.
Absolutely.
Now, I didn't want to go this direction
Well, what direction are you going?
Yeah.
sexually.
It's okay to not know nothing.
Right. And a lot of people freak the fuck out. Like, if they don't know what they doing, I can't deal with them.
Nigga at 30.
Not everybody's fucking all the time.
But you said this list is for 30 and over.
Yeah.
If you ain't experienced at 30, it ain't even got nothing to do with you. It's she gonna be like, nigga.
But
what? It might also depends on like
it
what
might
you
be what you've been
experienced.
through. Like you might have went to BYU and grew up Amish, my nigga. You are not out here dropping dick in everybody you know.
So basically, it depends on the women that you basically talking to.
Honestly, it does. I'm not gonna lie like that.
That's the, you know what I'm saying?
Because what you might be into and what Dilly might be into is not gonna be the same thing.
Right.
So if the last person you was with was a basic, I'm gonna lay here and you do what you do.
Oh God, that sounds terrible.
You can't.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
You as I know that's wrong, but there's people out there like that. Sadly,
because that's one of
you can't be mad at dog that you want to be flipping off the couches doing sex swings, and bro was like,
I done did all that already.
But that also means that goes right back to the first thing I said is communication. You got to be able to go ahead and talk this stuff out. And a lot of times people are scared to have these conversations.
A lot of people don't want the first couple of weeks of conversation to be about sex either.
But
well, no, it doesn't.
I also feel, bear with me, because sometimes I got a habit of jumping out of the window. I know. But as a conversation that it relates to a conversation that we was having.
Okay.
Because I was having it with my guy. Because like some people like to talk about the aspect of children early on in the talking process. So I feel like if we can have this conversation about having a baby or what is your thoughts on having kids, you feel like you see something and it's going somewhere. So I feel like we should be able to talk about your sexual history and mine because I'm not
while you dating.
I mean, it don't gotta
not
be.
while you dating.
We don't gotta drop. Sorry, we don't gotta drop like stats and numbers.
No, not like that. But like,
like,
I should at least know the type of shit that you into because it might not be my bag.
So what you basically saying is you want to know their kinks.
Right, like you might be into shoving your foot in the motherfucking mouth, and I'll be like, bitch, don't put your feet near me. That type of shit.
Okay.
Yeah, give me some
I'm like, okay.
I'm just saying, you know, you might like
that goes back
a third
to,
motherfucker in here just to watch.
that goes back to
I may not be
knowing
into
who
that.
you are, though.
Yeah.
That goes back to number one, knowing who you are. If you know you not the foot in the mouth type nigga,
But we
you
gotta have this
not
conversation so I know
Hey,
that you a foot in the mouth
if
type
you
of motherfucker.
30, I'm pretty sure you know what a foot in the mouth motherfucker look like.
No,
No.
can't say that
No.
because
We had this conversation last
You
week.
got
Yeah,
an idea of it though.
I've had a lot of perceptions about her.
So basically, y'all tell
Find out she a thug.
you know who is who. Right?
No, you can't because
No.
You know what Ratchet is.
Serena
you know
is a prime example.
She's a prime example.
She's a prime example. Every single time we have a conversation, whether she's on a podcast or me and her just texting and having a regular conversation, she always says something that throws me for a loop. Not because it's like that's wild as fuck, but because my preconceived notion of her did not put her in that place. When we're trying to shoot our shots at somebody for the very first time, we already have a preconceived notion. That's why the communication and how you present yourself on social media makes a big difference. Like if all you post is I'm horny and I'm lonely, you can't be upset that all niggas want to do is just drop dick pics on you all the time.
Mm-hmm. Or drop dick off.
Right.
Exactly.
You talk about being
knowing who you
why
are.
we can't have a
what you attract.
conversation. Because every stat
part of
is
that.
I'm trying to fuck. All right. So now I'm trying to oblige what you want. And now you talk about you want to have a deep
But
conversation.
then they'll come back around saying this is only entertainment. No, believe it or not, it's not.
You deep
Right.
throat dick.
This
That's
is
not
this is the new way of social interaction. Like you asked us what we were doing before social media. We were physically talking to people and meeting with people. So that means either you're gonna lie in our face or you're gonna tell us who you really are.
Right.
On social media, you can lie all day, and now when you get caught up in your lie, you just close your page and you open up a new
They got a
one.
whole show about that.
You know, you can completely disappear. Yes,
You can't catfish in person.
you can, because I've seen what
Well,
makeup
as
do.
far as like,
You said what?
I've seen
who
what
you
makeup
are.
can
I
do.
think we all have.
I've
Shout out to all my natural
but
points.
you know what? It was coming up. That shit wasn't like that, like the way it is now.
No.
This is true.
So you dealing with two different motherfuckers that
It's different
elevated
eras.
that makeup game and shit back then.
So you honestly do. Communication
So,
is very important,
yeah.
but I think what it is because a lot of us didn't have people who physically taught us how to interact with each other, that we don't have the social skills to recognize when something is a little bit more. We go for the answers we want, we accept those answers, and then we make our decision right then and there. We don't find underlining problems or ask about how your family is, or even find us like, hey, you got an uncle that touched you? Because now your mental might be fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
How
And
do
we-
you
no,
segue into that?
Because the
But no,
next
it's
thing,
just
the
about-
next thing is heal your wounds.
Yeah.
No, I would like to know like how you, because it'd be certain conversations that like when
You
you
watch
talking
it?
to people and you see their behavior, it's like, you got vibes of something went wrong in your childhood. But I don't know how to ask you
Ask
what
him
the fuck happened
Ask him
because
how
I don't
his life-
want to touch a nerve and then
But you
get
ask
mad.
how
You
like-
have to.
but
you
that's
have
because the
to.
world. That's because everything's so sensitive now.
You also got, you just ask him, well, how was life growing up? I grew up on 10th and Monarchy in the hood. 53206 is labeled as the worst zip code in the world.
I can believe that.
I didn't see none of the shit that most people complain about.
That's a fact.
I didn't see it.
And I still live
in
over there.
And you still live over there. My peoples are still over there. I didn't see it because I wasn't exposed to it. Did I have drug dealers in my neighborhood? Most definitely. But you know what the cool thing about our drug dealers was? Little nigga, you finna be somebody. Now take your ass to school.
Yep.
You can't be out here.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to be out here. You know?
Yeah, they don't do that no more.
They don't do that. Nobody say, hey,
no.
nigga, you want an 8
They
ball?
rapping about it.
Right.
Yeah, they're,
You know?
they're recruiting
Yeah, they're
niggas now.
definitely
making
more
it
Like
seem
fun.
like it's
I
the
had a
shit.
drug dealer in my neighborhood. That nigga was moving weight like there was nothing. This nigga pulled me to the side. It's like, hey, my little brother finna start going to school. Keep an eye on him for me. Literally asking me to help keep his little brother out of trouble. I mean, a month later, he got popped and did fair time. But the fact that the neighborhood, the problem in the neighborhood is doing this to take care of his family. Now, his little brother grew up kind of fucked up because when you seen what they went through in their family and then your only adult figure just got taken from you, you're pretty messed up.
Yeah.
So imagine him growing up and trying to date. He's not bringing these problems into his relationship.
Mhm.
And you get these women, I can change him, I can heal him,
and haven't even done the stuff for themselves.
Facts.
So it's the same cycle is continuing to go on.
Women swear they be healers.
Some of them do.
Yeah, some of them are.
That mouth,
You
that
can't
mouth
discredit
can do a
all
lot.
of them. Some of them good, some of them not. But
And see, the thing is, you also have to be careful too, because like with myself personally, I know I have a healing spirit. And I know a lot of times people come to me because I have that motherly healing spirit, and they come to me. I've had people jacked up coming to me, and I gotta be like, "Yeah, you gonna stay over there."
Coming at you like Barbara Walters.
Women are nurturers.
Me like I'm fucking
by
Barbara
nature,
Walters. Tell me everything. All right, number 5. Pay attention to trends. Now, it took me when I looked at this one, I kind of didn't know what direction I want to go with it, because trends can be anything from you seeing what society is doing and you following it, or trends could be the behavior of the person you're talking to.
Yeah, it's both.
Like, I had a young lady that I was entertaining for a moment who had this me mentality, where no matter what it was, it always revolved back to being about her. Okay. So even though she was a cool person, she had great potential, she was caring, at the end of the day, it always went back to, but what about me?
Mm-hmm.
What about Raven?
But that means that they once again had an issue.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
So when I cut this person off, like I don't need that energy in my life.
Right.
They went their place. They realized where their mistake was, and they genuinely apologized from a place of care. Of course, they're never going to get back in that space they was with me before, because I'm a Sagittarius. Once you burn the bridge,
Oh, I'm a Scorpio.
I kind of
so
figured that.
once you burn the
you
bridge,
a dead body.
yeah. I mean, I'm cool with you because I can't be mad at nobody, but you never going to be in that same space with me. And so from a distance, I'm seeing, as much as you admit where your fault was and your level of improvement, that underlining trend of it always about me is still there.
Right.
You a Scorpio?
Yeah. I
I'm
forgot you don't talk to her like I talk to her.
I'm a November Scorpio.
What day is your birthday?
6th.
That's right.
Ew.
Because TT's the 16th.
Disgusting.
You are a horrible human being.
I'm sorry to hear that. What were you, Cancer?
He's a cancerous person.
What's your June or July?
July.
What day?
1.
Okay. My dad's the 8th.
Wow, see, cool person.
I know I have it. The cancers are always like right here.
Wow.
Like I'm trying to get rid of like a few cancers right now.
No,
that just,
because
you know.
We're caring,
that's y'all.
we're caring people.
Y'all polar links.
Nigga, you on that
No,
list.
well, yeah, and then the other opposite.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
You
She
on
was
that
like,
list?
she was like, it's a couple cancers right here.
Both
trying to
my
get rid
daughters,
of that.
Yeah.
Nigga, you on that list.
both my daughters are the Cancer and the Scorpio.
I'm on
They
that list.
literally-
Don't get rid of
they
me. Not yet.
they get on each other's nerves, but they cannot be without each other.
Mhm.
And that's not even like the sisterly, like they literally are drawn to each other.
Mhm.
All right.
I tried to date a Scorpio. It didn't work out.
Your brother
Yeah, you
is a
didn't know what you were
Scorpio.
doing.
Is that what?
You didn't know what you were doing.
I ain't gonna say I didn't know what I was doing.
Because
You on
we
that list,
we
nigga.
different.
Y'all, they love hard.
You
We
are
do.
on that
They love
list.
real hard.
Duh.
My nigga.
All right, number 6, and I think that this is probably the biggest issue with everybody dating
She
right
deleted
now.
me on Facebook.
Number 6 is give up the games.
Yep.
So many people this day and age want to test everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That they put people in situations and they do what we now consider, toxic, as the norm,
Mm-hmm.
and want us to kind of work through their toxic behavior. And after we handle everything toxic that they've ever done, it's now like, oh, okay, yeah, you really are the person I'm supposed to be with. Well, at this point in time, I'm not the same person I was in the beginning.
Who the fuck is fun to play with people like that?
But
And there's a lot of people.
it's a
that
lot
do
of
that.
people. You ever heard of people who date someone because they need the excitement? So even though this woman is crazy, and how many times have women openly said they're crazy? That's a game within itself, my guy. Because you don't have to be that crazy chick.
Mhm.
You got one time. Hey, Juan, I'm
got
crazy.
They
Are
got
you in?
They got a name for it.
I'm
now,
out.
but that was normal shit. You know what I'm saying? Back
But-
in the
but it
early
didn't-
2000s.
But it wasn't. But that's when they
shit.
first started doing this, and we're supposed to accept it.
They
And
just
I
gave
get
it. They just gave it a name. It's
I
toxic.
get it. You didn't want to be played with. Whoever the last person you did, you gave your all, and that person stepped over. But at the same time, you can't expect to have a meaningful relationship at the age of 22.
Right.
Because neither one of y'all know what the fuck love is.
I got room for one crazy person in my life. And unfortunately, she cannot control the fact that she is nuts. So I just deal with it.
Was she literally on medication? Or
Exactly. You said
that's a different kind of crazy.
you dealt with it. That's what they used to do back then.
Yeah,
No,
name for it.
No, I'm saying
Like,
I got room for one person. And she cannot help the fact
you talking about
that she don't know what's going on.
Are you talking about KK?
Now, you other motherfuckers who can control the fact that you know what you're doing, don't play with me like that.
Right.
Because I, man, you ain't supposed to hit women, but I'd be so ready to punch a motherfucker in the throat.
You can't do that one.
I know, that's why I don't.
I mean, you can because some women used to be men in this day and age. There's a lot of that going on.
I'm not hanging out with nobody that used to be nobody.
A lot of time you don't know that until after they say it. But I'm just saying, if they used no. You looked at me like, hold on. Now, if they used to be men and they women now, and they out here getting aggressive, that means you can take a punch because you used to be a man. You still got a man's strength. You still got a man's jawline.
So, and now, out of all the shit I've ever said, I ain't never said that this was okay.
If they put your hands on
Tone
you
is giving niggas free range to punch transgender people.
If they put their hands on you first.
So here's my spiel, and here's what I always used to say to my son. I would say, you do not start anything with a woman. You do not fight a woman. However, if this person is beating up on you,
defend yourself.
You need to.
I'm talking about that. I'm just saying.
That's where I have, where I draw my line. Because I mean, like I said, I came, I was in a domestic violence situation, so I know the other side of it too.
He was a bitch ass nigga.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he took advantage of the fact that you were not at 100%.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think he would have even came at you like that if he knew that you can haul off and lift this damn bar stool and crack him with it.
Right.
That's why I underestimate women. Like, I ain't gonna openly just like
you never
fight
should
you.
have.
I ain't gonna openly fight you. But like for a motherfucker to always be like, well, men naturally stronger than women. It might be true, but I've seen some bitches knock niggas completely the fuck out.
It ain't even about
that. I mean, I knocked somebody out.
That's what I'm saying.
I've seen niggas get put to sleep. They can get you other ways. Like most men who are abusive like that want the slave mentality kind of woman. She cooks, cleans, she does everything, and all you do is go to work and come home. Nigga, every time you eat that meal might not be the healthiest thing on your plate, bro. I'm just saying.
Put my hands on my woman.
And women are tough.
We ain't
like, if you go on YouTube or Worldstar and Google women out, no videos pop up because
that's first.
I've seen them little videos and they just keep coming back. They're never done. You go watch a woman fight another woman and they're never done. The video is like 20 minutes and it's one fight. They are never done because the more the fight go on, it's more bitches and more hair pulling. Like they're never done. They don't stop. They get once strong. They mad, it's never ending. We forever in beef. Like they keep going.
What's
all right?
What's the next?
I was like, how many are on this list?
So it's 15. We had 7 now.
Oh Lord, we only halfway through.
But we finna move a little quicker. All right, number 7.
Don't be calling.
And we've already kind of talked about this. This goes back to the communication. Be clear what you want. A lot of times we don't. Okay. A lot of times we don't. And I think men specifically, we're not clear what we want because at the time we just want a woman to masturbate with. And we feel like if we tell that woman, look, I just want to touch you on the inside. And they think that because they said that woman is going to block and embarrass them and say the whole 9 yards. Some will, but at the other time, 2-3 weeks later, she might be like, hey, what you doing? Come over. Instead of wasting her time and try to do this whole long, drawn out relationship, texting good morning, everything. But you also got to be a little bit more poised with your approach. Mm-hmm. You can't just, as soon as they add you as a friend, dive in the DM and say, hey, I want to eat your pussy.
I've been trying to explain to people that getting pussy processes.
I apologize. They've leveled up. I want to eat your ass.
The getting pussy process is terrible, man.
But that's
how much work you got to do to get some ass sometimes.
Because you know how much risk that the woman has to take giving you.
I'm not discounting her risk. I'm just saying, as a nigga, it's a lot you gotta go through.
I found out
go through a lot though too.
Y'all do.
You know.
So what do y'all have to go through?
Tell me what you gotta go through. I'd like to know.
There's just the way that people come and even talk to you. Like, for example, I came up here on Monday to get my massage, and
you got it from 9 Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
That's my boy.
Shout out, that's my buddy too. And he was letting me in, and this dude was right here in the car, just like trying. I'm masked up. You can't see my face. You know, I'm like, I'm masked up.
What kind of jacket were you wearing?
Like that same jacket I have right there.
The long one?
No, the short one. It's just like right here.
Okay, so
I can see why he was yelling out the motherfucking window.
Let's stop.
You don't know why?
Hold on.
Do you forget you thick?
Exactly. Let's keep it realistic.
Like, do you forget that you built like this?
You have to understand that you have a desirable. It's just you, but you have a standard desirable look of an African American woman.
All the way down the hall.
Okay, so before a man, because men are visual.
Oh, absolutely.
Before we even see what your face look like, how you talk, or anything of that nature, your silhouette.
Put your head on my shoulder
is what we see first. Okay. There is a show that records down here. I won't say the name of it, but the fact that ass walked past the window would stop the whole show is a norm.
I think that is one of the beautiful things I've liked about being Tone's friend for the past 15 years. No, like real shit. I've grown. Like when you're not accustomed to being around a certain type of person, you go fucking crazy when you see it. Now, when we started this network, and when I look at half the staff, it's all women, and they're all pretty. So I've grown accustomed to being around nothing but pretty women. So when people see the people that we work with, they're like, damn. I'm like, man, that's a fucking Tuesday for me.
I don't even do that. It's like
because we used to being around this shit all the time.
That's my biggest headache. That
it's like we now have personal problems with you motherfuckers. Like, dog, she talks too much. She won't leave me the fuck alone. She's an alcoholic type shit. Like, well, it's regular now, so I can see for a motherfucker to look out the window like, God damn.
But it's also still.
It's annoying. I can believe it.
It's annoying. As women, y'all definitely have to deal with a lot of stuff. Like before social media, there was like catcalling wherever y'all went.
Oh, it's still now. That still continues.
I'm a dude who lives on the South Side. All I see is white women, and believe me, it's not pretty.
Hey, after being in Brookfield,
I'm close to I'm on the border of Menominee Falls and Milwaukee, so my neighborhood is everything. And it still deal with the same.
There's some bad white women that be coming through my job, bro.
See, that's because where you work at. See, you work at a location where most people who come in there either have to have a certain diet to live, or they're trying to eat healthy and stay fit. So you're gonna get fit white women.
Yo, when yoga
and
pants,
fit black women too, because I'm a regular.
Yoga pants season.
You can be not fit and we still would love you. So shut up. You know that.
Nigga, yoga pants season?
Season. It's not a season for white women. Yoga pants is the norm.
Yoga pants and sundresses are my favorite two things
all right.
in life.
So getting back to the point though, we got to start being clear and precise what we want. When you're younger and you're in your 20s, you can definitely, play around with what you want. You got to date it to know whether or not you like it or you don't like it. It's understandable. I dated a white girl when I was younger. You know what? Didn't like it. Didn't care for it. Never dated one again. Okay. Dated a smarty-arty chick. Found out that I'm a sapiosexual.
Yeah, sapiosexual.
You're sapiosexual.
What is that?
What does that mean for the viewers?
For the host, motherfucker.
You're attracted to intelligence.
For a person that's smart.
Yeah, you're attracted to intelligence. The smarter this person is, the more of a turn on it is in so many ways.
Oh, yeah, I can feel that.
Okay.
Hit me with the square root of some shit while I'm giving out back shots.
Not that. But
that's not how it works. Bro.
I know, but it was funny
to have a deep conversation, though,
right?
To be able to go ahead, because that's my thing. Like, if I can't learn from you, I don't want to do it.
And there's a lot of women like that. They want to learn. Like, as much as social media gives people who don't need to have a platform, Like, there's so many people who will go online and talk about some of the most ignorant shit and complain about the most ignorant shit because that's the only place that they can talk. Because in a regular conversation, you're not gonna have that conversation with them. Right. You don't know how to talk to them.
Hey, deep conversations be lit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
but
late, like be by the lake or something, have the moonlight and all that stuff like that.
I like to have car conversations.
All right.
Absolutely.
I've had a lot of those. All right, number 8.
Car conversations.
Now, this is a tricky one.
Tricky, you said.
Yeah. Learn your money personality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What that mean?
That's not tricky at all.
It's how you treat money.
Yeah, it's your money wounds, basically your relationship with money.
Yeah. Are you a deep spender? Are you
a
$2,000
date?
Are you a $5 date?
Are you a tipper? Are you like
right?
Okay, you know how like love language is something that has been popping up a lot lately, right? One of the big ones is gift giving. Like there's literally, we come to find out that a lot of our parents growing up, that was their love language. Because their parents, so your grandparents came from a generation where they worked hard all the time to sustain. The 80s hit and niggas just had money. So niggas was buying everything that they couldn't get. Like even now, there are people that I know who will go out and dress their kids up in the way that they couldn't as a kid. Mm-hmm. So are you a person who the way a person spends money is just as important to you as how they love you? Or are you a niggas like, look here, bitch. We can do this Wednesday at Outback for this 35 and take this trip to Puerto Rico in July. Or we can go out here and buy matching Jordans and do a photo shoot. Which one you want? Because you can't get both.
Hey, now with the stimulus, they doing all that shit.
I don't know what type of nigga I am. See, I'm loose with
that
money.
means you gotta.
But that's why this
yourself.
is important. This is no.
Like, I mean, as far as like with money though,
cheap as a month.
No, he's not. You tell you how I know he's not cheap. Juan will spend money on what Juan wants to spend.
Right, I spend money on what I want.
Yeah. So when you talk relationship, now we're sitting here at a point is how will Juan spend money when it comes in coordination to his woman? Right. Are you going to get her whatever she wants because you love her, or are you going to be like, look, we got these bills to pay.
How would you, Juan?
My credit is $850. Fuck around.
How would you?
I definitely believe that if I had like a girl, if I had a girlfriend and we're in a relationship, I definitely don't think I would have as many pair of shoes as I do, or just like certain things that I.
But would she have a lot of shoes because she wants the shoes?
I mean, but like the dynamic of the relationship is like, well, so when you think about it, I buy a lot of Jordans.
Just say no.
So Jordans are $200 a pop. So think about what we could do with that $200 if I didn't go buy a pair of Jordans.
But baby,
that's a nice ass date.
But baby, take somebody. But baby girls in a nice pair of red bottoms that are $200.
Oh, well, then she get the red bottom.
That's what we're talking about.
First of all, they ain't never 200. You might want to add another zero behind.
But that's what I'm saying.
God damn.
I feel
no,
like
you don't pay $2,000 shoes. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I don't even answer that.
But okay.
Don't answer that, bougie.
But no. It's not about being bougie. It's because women
I find that out every time you sit next to me during this fucking pod. Man, the preconceived notion, I was like, oh, she is bougie.
She
be like, nah, I smoke weed and get fucked. She's like, oh my God, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Hey, bougie bitches love dick too.
She got kids. I know she took some kind.
No, she could have just laid down there and she was married at one point in time.
How did we get to my sex life?
This is that fresh show. We was gonna get there sooner or later.
All right. So number 9.
Is it adventurous?
Understanding your attachment type.
What you like, what you don't like.
That's good.
Juan, shut up. I have a moment here. All right. Number 9. Understanding your attachment type / style. Mm-hmm. How do you love? Basically, are you clingy? Are you distant? Are you the kind of person who's like, look, we in the same room. That's good enough for me.
I feel like
that's the type of nigga I am.
That's the same as the last one, though. A lot of them you can put, you know what I'm saying, in a group together.
Yes and no.
The last one is the same as number 1.
No, the last one was your money.
Like, I don't have to be under you.
One that would say, knowing who you are or something.
Knowing who you are is number one.
But
That
there's
does-
another one that sounds similar to that one.
all of them are going to eventually get back to the point of knowing who you are.
Oh.
So, because at the end of the day, the whole concept, that's why
what
it was
it
number
sounds
one.
like. Yeah,
Is at the end of the day, you got to know who you are. But when you can say, well, knowing who you are, it could be like, yeah, I know who I am, but do you really when it comes to dating? You know what you like, but do you know how to behave in these situations? Do you know how to handle these things? How are you when you guys have a fight? Are you a loud arguer? Are you the person who needs to go calm down and have a reasonable conversation? Are you the kind of dude that like, look, I'm right, and I'm gonna keep fighting until I prove that I'm right, and then 2 days later, you know what, babe, you was right.
I don't want to fight.
That's every man in certain situations, though.
But that's the difference, though. As you get older, you got to learn how to pick and choose your battles. Like sometimes there's some things that it's not even worth fighting for.
Discernment.
All right.
What that man?
Ooh,
Basically
this
the
is
same thing. Being able to pick and choose when you're going to be dealing
Being
with
humble.
No, humble's not that either.
Humble
Humble's completely the opposite of what people keep saying that it is.
Yeah.
And that's the part that kills me because I never say I'm humble. I'm not humble.
She's golden brown. She ain't humble.
Her melanin popping.
All right,
She look better than this damn
Number
orange hoodie
10.
I got.
ladies, I need you to hear this one. This is a very important one for y'all. I'm even going to use my sexy voice so you understand
I was
me.
going to say, I'm like, we bringing up Mr. Hightower? Rest in peace.
Stop dating people for their potential.
Damn.
Hey, niggas ain't gonna like that one, G.
But that's the truth.
You got
And it's
to.
on both sides. It's honestly both sides because we'll sit up here and because I've been that person. I've done that.
Right.
Where I'm like, oh, like I could see he could be the CEO of the company. I could see he can go ahead. He working the fries and he gonna make it on over to, you know what I'm saying? Like you think you see it, but then in actuality, that person doesn't have that drive.
But it's always a little bit of that when you're dating though, because you don't really know the person.
But
yet.
you
So
don't
always go based
but
on
you
what they
but what,
could be or what
but,
you know what I'm saying, see them to be.
But dating for their potential is more so. I see that you're in nursing school. So I'm going to go ahead and date you during your whole entire nursing school because I know you're going to be a nurse. So financially, our goals can be met better. Not realizing the whole time you kind of was fucking a resident. So your loss. But no, women, the best way to describe dating a man for potential is bad. And I have 2 words for you. Kwame Brown.
Yo, get off my nigga.
Kwame Brown.
That was Jordan fuck up. Not
No. Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown was picked number 1.
Yes, he was.
During 88?
No, hell no.
Nah, it was
2001.
2001. My bad.
Yeah, it was
2001. He was picked number 1. In that draft class, there was tons of players who went on to be fantastic NBA players.
It wasn't tons, but it was a lot of motherfuckers who got picked behind him.
There was a lot of better people.
There was a lot better.
That went far.
So,
but he was so bad that anybody that got picked behind him
basically.
was, you know
but the thing about it is Kwame Brown had the potential of being one of the greatest players in the league.
No.
And because they banked on his potential, he got picked first.
I mean, but when you have a mutant ass growth spurt in high school,
But when you think about it, that's
should dominate.
All the draft is though, drafting you based on your potential.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right. It's based
you
on.
seen what they did at this level,
Right.
but you want to see
But
if they could do that even more.
He had
this level.
He had a special kind of potential that they saw because it's one thing when you go through college.
That's the draft period.
But when you go through college and then you get drafted, it's like, okay, I see what it is. Now, if you reach a higher ceiling, then that's cool. But when you are in high school
and you playing as if you was in college,
right? Because if I'm
gonna see bigger
if I'm
things.
7
like, if
foot,
you playing like this in high
right? That's what I'm
school,
saying. Like if I'm 7 foot and the average high school kid is 5'11", ain't no way I shouldn't be better than you. I should be dominating the shit out of you because I'm bigger than you.
Now, pause. We're not going to talk no more basketball. Let's get back to relationship. Take everything y'all just said. Let's put it in dating. Here's a guy who's taller, dark skinned. Word is he can fuck good. So you going to want to be with this guy. You going to want to have a chance. Meanwhile, this college nigga over here, this tech nerd, this graphic designer, all these other people who are proving to you that they're great. But because he fits a mold, going back to the earlier ones, he fits the mold of what you think you want. you go ahead and invest everything into him.
But
Now
that's all dating is, though, if you think about it.
But if you do your work and you actually put forth an effort to learn who you're dating and not go for the one thing that you want to begin with, you would probably know early in that date, you know what, this person's only good for fucking.
But people
So would you say
people don't do that now? I listened to y'all last episode, and you was wondering what people got you saved as in their phone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the same thing as now. Oh, you got food guy, you got good dick guy, you got go to the you got money back, you got this, you got that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing,
right?
So
but if you want to be,
because remember I said that I was the one that said
so they basically build a beer out this motherfucker.
I'm mad.
You still got these guys now?
Thing.
Still got these guys now? Not the same guys, but is this still?
No, I don't have people.
No, she don't get them no more like that. All right,
you grew up.
I have the person that's in my phone put their name in it and put their government. So I call them by their.
They control the narrative.
And he do it all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, when you find one motherfucker, when you find one person that can do it all, you don't need a team no more.
But that goes to the next one: sharpen your communication skills. He controls the narrative of what the relationship is. So he put it out there. This is what I want. This is what I see in you. This is where I want us to get to.
And that's the same thing the woman can say the same thing.
True. And that's what I was going to say. The next thing is she comes back and like, I hear what you say, but here's what I want. Here's what I see in you. Here's what I want to get. Now
I'm finna go home.
The trick is matching them up.
What's the potential of this situation? We just fucking.
I say
but
that.
You know what? You actually should.
Because if we just fucking to be fucking,
you actually should do that. I have a person right now that I'm cool with that if I said today, let's go get married, they would say yes, because we have had a long friendship that I am the ideal person for her. Whereas, and I have people that you're just here for conversations and questions about topics that I'm creating. And they okay with that as well too. Unfortunately, they tell me their relationship shit, and I'm like, you know what? Keep that to yourself.
Give me a girl.
Wow, fam. All right, number 12.
After the summer.
Be open.
After the summer.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do this summer, but after the summer.
Well, we jet setting around the world.
Do every summer. Try to take over the world.
All right, so be open. Now, be open is
jump
tricky.
out the window.
I think being open is like the hardest thing people have.
Yeah.
Because you have a type, or you think you have a type.
Yep.
And that's what you want. You claim that's what you want. Like, and I think my issue with the be open part is people who step outside their comfort zone don't do it because they want new experiences. They do it as if like they're shaming other people for not getting it right for them. Like when a black woman says, "Well, I'm gonna date me a white guy because you niggas don't know how to act." Maybe it's not us.
Yeah, that's a whole
just going to a white man. The experience is not gonna be better.
Might be worse.
Exactly, because 9 out of 10, he might just only want you because he's fantasizing about sleeping with a black woman. He has a fetish.
Out.
No, next.
I wonder if I'm anybody's fetish. Anybody want to sleep with a
I know I'm a
podcast?
fetish.
You are.
Yeah, I know.
And that's an issue I run into as well. Because I have people that, like, for example, they'll have conversations with me, and I've had people say to me, "I didn't know you were that smart."
Damn.
That's actually very common for an African American when conversing with someone of a non-melanated descent.
But even our melanated brothers also say the same thing to me as well too. That they're like, "Oh, I'm glad that there's something behind that."
You know, and that's the funny part is we look at you the exact opposite.
Yes, I was just gonna say that, like, complete opposite. Like, motherfuckers look at you and be like, "I know you're that smart." I was like, "I didn't know you was that down to earth."
I didn't know you that wild.
Yeah, like I just didn't think you was that cool. Like, just something about you was like, she bougie and snooty.
I wouldn't.
This is
say
gonna
that.
be that's you. But you knew her before I walked in the fucking room.
But even then, when I first met her, I had this notion of.
Did you have a prejudice?
Yes, yes, I did.
But like I explained last week, it's different because this is just, as you can see, I like to jump out the window. This is how I get my ideas and thoughts out. So for me to sit in a room with a person that I've never met, and even before the mics came, I was just like, she look a little uptight. Now, how do I know when I say something, she ain't gonna look at me and be like, and I've offended the whole motherfucking room. And even though like Tone gonna look that shit up, I was like, well, that's just wine. That's
You
what
don't
he do.
care.
And I will.
You're right.
control you.
I don't care, but like,
But he cares in the sense of he doesn't want
I don't
his first
want.
impression.
I don't want my first impression to always.
See, because what people don't know is Juan is actually part owner of this shit. So when legal stuff comes down,
I don't want Tone to be hit with the Rico because I did something.
basically, and
Maybe-
that's,
Yeah.
They be like, "Ooh, that nigga Juan is just racking up sexual assault charges."
Nigga, that train
and you, all bullshit aside, like all bullshit aside, no, not throwing my boy under the bus because it was a conversation. When me and Dog sat in the car, I was like, dog, we got a whole staff full of women. We cannot just say what the fuck we
Right,
want.
like you just can't.
Yeah, because we're gonna also police you though too.
And
We're gonna let you
I
know,
have-
like,
and
you
most
know
of
you
them
being-
do, and that's why if you pay attention to like how I talk with y'all, I don't talk as freely with those I'm already comfortable with and know where we stand. Like I have some people on the staff where we literally talk like two slut buckets in our conversations. I can't have that same energy with other people on the staff, not because it's not okay. I just don't have that vibe enough that I feel.
Right, we don't
to
have
feel
that
okay.
cash.
Yeah. All right. Number 13. Now I know this is gonna be difficult because COVID just hit, but the world is opening up. But
No, it's safe. They can suck dick again.
hold on, wait a goddamn minute. Don't rely
See,
solely.
that's the face I didn't want on the first day.
Because look how you jumped, my nigga.
Right.
I said it's okay.
Like
They
you gotta crawl before you walk. Come on now.
When you tell them women to crawl before they walk,
All right.
because
Don't
I know
rely-
some that's sucking dick on the
Keep
first
running
day.
to the fucking
That's
window,
them.
nigga.
That's their business.
Right.
There's a whole show on Monday that says that's what you want to do. That's what you do. All right. Don't rely solely on dating apps. Now, this is actually funny because before Dilly left, this was part of the conversation.
You ever used the dating app?
I've never used it.
Because she basically has never been single. And like, I feel like before you can even sit here and enjoy your me time, some niggas already at you.
But you know what? I keep my boundaries.
I mean, you keep your boundaries, but you don't. I don't feel like you've ever had an issue being courted.
Yeah, because there's some chicks they just don't get no love.
Like I do. I feel like
They
I feel like the
don't.
minute you have guys who may have cordial conversations with you, but somewhere in between there, the question of are you single is asked.
Oh yeah.
And once the answer becomes yes, they are slowly pursuing you.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, you never would need to ever get on a dating app unless you just want to see what this app is all about because people keep talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But your necessity for one is not out there. It's different for men. Even though men might have options, like we said before, got to be open. That might not be what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll jump on this dating app just to see what it is. Because some of them dating apps is wild. Like Tinder was supposed to be a dating app. Now it's swipe and find a bitch to fuck.
That's the same as on Piece of Fish.
Just like the
Oh,
chat
I was
line.
gonna-
used to
I was
be
gonna say
back in the
POS.
day.
Yo, I used to use the chat line, the Charlie Lemon.
That's
Sure.
right.
If you want to hear about Juan's experiences, there's an episode actually called Charles Lemon.
Shout out to Charlie Lemon.
All right, number 14. And I think this is just a whole shift in the paradigm of society, period. Forget gender roles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Now, don't
women
mean-
can take out the garbage too.
but they won't.
I know.
But at the same time, if women can take out the garbage, men can wash dishes, do clothes. I honestly feel like a lot of things in society complains that a man should do and a woman should do. What were you doing when you were living by yourself? Were you not washing your own
What
dishes?
the fuck was niggas doing when they was teenagers?
Right.
Because moms taught me at a young age how to wash clothes because she didn't want to do that shit for me no more.
Like,
That's
man,
how they
it's
used
to
to
the
do
point,
back
right?
in the day.
But
And that's
then-
how I do with my son.
Yeah.
My son knows how to do it. My son will be an excellent.
Right, like
Because he knows
whatever
to do
you
everything.
need, I can wash clothes, I clean up,
He
I can
cooks,
grease a
everything.
motherfucking scalp if you
Yep.
need me to, bro.
He
I'm
can take
cold
the
at
braids
this shit.
down, Look,
like me,
Definitely didn't help take some braids down in my life. Like,
I
I'm cold
definitely
at
did. I
this
sat
shit.
there one day with Raven and I greased her whole scalp. My
Right,
mom
like-
got mad at me, like, why are you doing that? That's like, no, I'm doing this because she needs her fucking hair done.
Mhm.
Right.
But also too, it depends on like with the person. Because for example, like with the person I'm dating, I have scratched his scalp. I have washed his hair.
Oh, you do that, we in love with you forever.
I've done
I
all that stuff.
love
And the
getting my
crazy
hair
part is that I
washed.
never did that for my ex-husband. And I told him, I said, I've never done anything like this for anybody.
He wasn't.
Why
worthy.
not?
I don't think I honestly don't feel like my ex-husband deserved it.
See, wasn't worthy.
And even though we got kids and everything, it's just from the way that he treated me, you know, throughout our relationship.
He caught you when you were young and dumb.
Mhm.
See, that would be the little shit I be looking for in relationships.
But that's the little shit.
Wash
people don't
my
think about.
hair, sponge brush my shit. Let me know it's gonna be okay,
But
even if it ain't.
But this generation, which is why this episode exists, people don't understand what these things mean anymore. Like people fuck 3 times and say we're a couple now.
Couple of niggas who be fucking.
Right.
But no, they want now we're
That's it.
exclusive. Now we're a relationship. And number 15, remember, dating isn't always about getting married.
That's true.
It's to the point right now where a lot of folks don't even want to get married. I kind of low key think that's stupid. Like you can live together for 10 years, but the minute one of y'all kick buckets, anything that person had belongs to the government now.
Not if you do it the right way, where you got to go ahead and actually get all your stuff documented. And
Let's keep it a
everything,
buck.
so.
How many black folks got wills? Under 40.
Yeah, that's a problem.
See, we don't start worrying about that until they tell you got the beaties. That's when we want to start getting our
Which is
until we get some shit,
or until Big Mama done passed away. Now we want to go get our shit in order.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So to sit here and shack up for 20 years and all this y'all built together, and now
I don't think
that's how it
everybody
was in the 80s and 90s though.
because
But
niggas
that's
Nobody parents was married.
But that's because of the programs and stuff that were going on as well too.
Right, that
Because
was
you
it.
actually had
The
you had a
government
benefit, right? You had a benefit from not getting married because you were able to go ahead.
It's still the same now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because when I got married, I lost all my
Everything,
yeah, you
medical,
lose everything.
stuff. You know, and so I had to be like,
all
all right.
everything, medical.
Because I was
food
like, I
stamps,
had
all-
WIC.
you lose
I had WIC
everything.
because my son was, when I got married, our son was 5. And so like I had
That's it.
all that stuff. And then as
Wow.
soon as that happened, it was like, whoop.
You're done.
Yeah, the only thing I think
They-
we got
they-
when we had the girls was
They
WIC.
make
We wasn't
it to
getting
where
nothing
you
else.
don't want to get married.
Yeah.
Juicy
Yeah.
Juice is phenomenal. Shout out to Will.
That's why
This is
so many
terrible.
people common law because they make it to where you don't want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
They
I
take
don't really
everything.
think everybody's fit to be married.
But
No.
that's why number 15 is dating isn't always about getting married.
Like, I could love you forever. I just don't think that this is some shit we should
But
do.
that goes back to your
What's
conversation
wrong with that?
earlier,
Well, that's
one
communication.
about people need to put out what their expectations are. Just like here's this person who wants kids, and you may be like, you know what, I hate kids. I don't want none. And now the date is over. Just like eventually you guys need to have the conversation of, is marriage something that you are for?
I feel like when I have conversations with women and they ask me how I feel about kids, and I'm no way about it. Like if it happens, cool.
That's
I'm
because-
always gonna be there and take care of my responsibility because I ain't gonna have my kid out here fucked up. But it ain't like
But you,
it gotta happen. What you talking about?
huh? I was saying Pastor Crown,
No, you said, well, how am I fucked up? How am I fucked up, man?
bro. We in the same room. Yeah, you know you fucked up.
my brain's a little twisted, but no, like I ain't gonna die one way or the other if I don't have a kid.
But that's good at least that you know that. Because like for me, for example, I would like to have more kids.
So much noise.
I'm not.
No, you
Right,
do.
like you put it right on the mic.
Last time, like,
But I mean, like for me, I'm still open to that. You know, so I'm
Open
still
to
open.
marriage or open to kids?
Both. I'm open to both.
Does this person seem like he's potential to put a ring on it? Like if he got on one knee today,
I think I would.
you can see.
I could see it.
Am I invited to the wedding and do all your friends look
so
like you?
first of all, I didn't even say like we're not even there, okay? But I'm just
putting it out there that if you not him,
if you put it in the
but
universe,
if you get married,
if I almost
can I come and do you have friends that look like you?
I mean, I got friends and family, so
That look like you?
I have cousins. What do you mean? Like, there's other? I mean, yes, I'm an only child, but I
Nah,
got.
I just want to know if this. I just want to know if God stopped making them after He made you.
So basically, you are attracted to her physical being, and you want other entities, since she now is officially off the market.
You is not coming.
She got a pretty little intellect too. She's smart.
You the nigga that's gonna know after the fact. You know, I just got married last week.
But you know, I'm in a point in my life where I would probably just go and do it and come back, and y'all be like, "Wait a minute."
See, that's exactly
Like,
what he
did
said.
she get married and she having kids and all that? The same? What the hell just happened? I'll be like,
Well, we'll know that if you just disappear, stop coming around. It's like, I'm just gonna assume you're pregnant, based off these conversations that we keep having. Soon as I don't see you for like 3 months, I'm like, she got a baby.
No, I will still.
I stayed home that weekend.
She pregnant.
I will still come around. I'm not like that.
Yeah, because you know you already glowing. Then
Okay.
pregnant women got that extra glow.
So we
Wow.
getting ready to wrap it up. 'cause
You don't think
we
pregnant women got the
promised
extra
not to have
glow?
her here till 11
Well, I
o'clock.
actually
at
just
night.
wanted to only bring up the thing because we had said humble, and I wanted to actually just bring the
Oh,
definition
yeah,
of it.
Yeah, oh, yes, right.
The
You did go
different-
look for it.
Yes, the definition of humble is having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance.
No, fuck that. I'm important every day, all day, 7 days.
So
a
that's why
week.
I said when people are all like, be humble, I'm like, no, I'm not going to be humble because I'm not going to put myself below anybody.
I'm the motherfucking
Below.
pod god in this beach.
All right, so before we get out of here, I'm going to ask one question for everybody around the table. And
Yes, Tom, we love you, and you are important, and we need you.
I really don't give no fuck because I knew that.
Okay.
What does a healthy relationship look like to you? Start with you, Juan.
Why
Please
you?
tell me.
I was the person who in one. Don't ask me.
She's also been in a bad one, so
Well,
Fuck, I've been on
the
both
one
sides of
she
the table,
in
and I
looks pretty sturdy to me.
she's content.
I said I'm dating someone, so I said I'm dating.
She's
So-
dating. She ain't.
Oh, so it's just dating. It's a
It ain't locked
relationship.
down.
I'm confused.
It means it's possibilities.
You know,
You know, if you actually come right at her
Y'all
correctly,
ain't-
she
he
might
ain't
let
hit
you do
with you gonna
lunch.
be my girlfriend.
do we still do that? Like, are we in high school? Like,
Circle, yes.
Right.
No,
Like, we
but
do the flip thing.
Circle,
Like,
but
yes.
all
I
BS
think
aside,
we
we
should.
should. That's part of the problem because there's people out here who are just fucking. Meanwhile, the person they fucking thinking they in a
And
relationship.
you look, and you want to know why I think we should still do that? Because I've started to notice that it's a certain young lady in my life who I think is cool. And the more I pay attention to it, this motherfucker really been monopolizing my time. And
And that's your fault then, because you need communication.
and I don't have a problem with her monopolizing my time. It's just
Apparently
I-
you do.
no, I
Nigga,
don't.
It's 15 reasons over there.
like,
Why
but
you
we,
should
I
get
think
Why
we,
you
your
have a
shit
conversation?
together.
I think we need to have a conversation. I'm like,
Be open.
I done had an
That's
iPhone
number 12.
for about 30 motherfucking years. And only person I FaceTime is my mom and my little sister. And maybe Tom. But that's just to come open the door. It's not like we have a full conversation. It's like we talk a lot. Like maybe I need to send you a text message like check yes, check no. You check no, that's cool. But the FaceTime I gotta stop after you check no.
That goes
Nigga,
back.
that's communication.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You should have been.
That's number 7.
Right.
Be clear about what you want.
Right.
Mhm.
I
And
make
then
sure
12
Also,
is be
too-
open.
I be
But
trying to
number
make sure
one
it's
is
what
know
I
who
want
you are,
though.
nigga.
But the
Know
thing
who
is,
you
too,
are.
and you also don't
Know
have
what
to
you
have.
know.
You have your own timeline too. So the thing is, like, don't let society and all this other stuff rush you into something either. And I think that's a lot of times what people do. Because they're like, oh, you've been talking to this person for a year, 2, 3, 4, whatever the case may be. Why y'all ain't doing this, that, or whatever? It's like, well, this is what I feel like doing. This is not what you're
I think it's a
doing.
combination of society giving you a standard timeline, but at the same time, you not feeling like your time is being wasted.
Right.
If you've been dating somebody for a year, but this person doesn't give you the expectation that it's growing to more, and you haven't had the conversation about labels, yeah, you have the right to be worried, in my opinion, because you could literally be the other person this whole time, but because you haven't pushed the issue, they're not going to push the issue. So I can get, if you're comfortable with just dating, fine, date away. Date this person until there's no more dates left to go on. But at least have the conversation of what are we right now so I can know how I move. Because some people, dating is not exclusive. Dating means that you're my first priority when I want to spend time with somebody else, but that doesn't mean you're the only person.
Don't be the fool nigga in the phone. Is basically what he's saying.
I be trying to tell people that people think I be talking out my
You
ass.
could be the fool nigga because maybe she got a great taste in restaurants. So you know what? I want to go find an Italian
women-
restaurant. Hey,
or-
let's go.
Maybe that's all she needs you for.
I feel like not all women. There's a good handful of you motherfuckers.
Who hand though we talk about?
I don't know.
Your hand
we
or
use my hand.
a normal hand?
There's 10 people in your life.
Mhm.
And you may not talk to all the time, but there's 10 people here.
Mhm.
Out of that 10, you got a top 3.
Mhm.
And that top 3 is who gets all the time.
Mhm.
Then out of that 3, maybe it's only one who get like actual physical interaction, like they get the dates. Or if I want to go hang out with somebody, I call this motherfucker. You know, but there's 10 people that are here and there's 3 people that get time.
It's 5.
You think it's 5? Someone have
T-Mobile's.
T-Mobile was the first. But I'm saying though, like, and women think
See, no,
that shit is fucking crazy. I'm like, no, that's real shit.
But
You
you know what?
gotta
I
have
don't
fun.
even. No, see, that's my thing. Like, I'm in such a different headspace and everything with myself that it's like,
That's because you older than most of them. You a vet. You've been doing this. You know what you want.
well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like I know myself. I know what I want. I know what I'll, what I will
Allow
allow,
and
what
allow.
allow,
Right.
what I won't allow. And so that's the thing. And so it's like I make sure that I make that stuff be known. So it just goes all the way back to communication. Because I say stuff too. I'll be like, this person just tried to talk to me or this or whatever. Or like, here, look at this inbox. And then you'd be like, here, look at this inbox. Like, we sit here and we be laughing at
Y'all
people
be
together.
comparing notes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't want nobody saying what's in my inbox.
All right. So neither one of y'all answered the actual question.
No, I was actually
So-
getting ready to answer
So
it.
I'll
So,
save it for go right ahead. You know your answer matters.
yes, my answer is communication. It's my biggest thing. Communication and boundaries.
But what does a healthy relationship look like, though?
A healthy relationship for me
Mm-hmm.
would be us being able to go ahead and actually sit down and have conversations about all the different stuff that we just basically went over. I have those conversations.
Awesome.
So it's,
And that is why he gets the draws.
I will not confirm or deny those allegations.
So you're not having sex? You're going to tell us that you're not
I
having
will not
sex.
confirm or deny.
Somebody getting something.
Why does my sex life have to always come back into play? Because the thing is that once y'all find out who this person is, your minds are just gonna go, and it's just gonna be a.
I don't give a damn what you do behind closed doors.
Do we want to know who he is?
I'm not gonna say.
Good. So then let me speculate about your sex life. All that ass, somebody got to get it.
I don't think she just gives it away freely.
No, I don't.
I'm talking about to the one
enjoy
person.
myself. I definitely enjoy myself.
Self-love is the best love.
No, I wasn't. Well,
With them nails, though.
Look, with the inventory,
Like when
on
I meet
Commerce
girls
Candy
with nails,
Closet,
like sometimes I'm like, grab
that's
my
because
shit
you
and
thinking of them doing it with the inventory on Commerce Candy Closet, bro. Her hands don't need to be nowhere.
Yeah,
Y'all
you
are
gotta pop.
funny.
You gotta pop them nails off when you touch my chalet.
no, See, I was about to talk. See, I was about to
Give
talk.
us the tea. What is it? Is it blue Earl tea? What is it? Is it peach tea? I need it. But I think
we enjoy ourselves.
a
We
healthy
enjoy our company.
relationship is,
We enjoy each other's company.
That's a fancy way of saying we handle business.
that's what I'm gonna start saying. Y'all fucking now. We just enjoy each other's company.
They have horizontal refreshments.
Yeah, they be getting nasty.
Hey, what was that quotes back in the day though?
Gotta
When you
get
were
your
asking
groove on.
Mhm.
that? You know what I'm
See,
saying?
that would have been a good time to have.
It would
that.
have. I'm not gonna lie like that. I'm thinking about buying the bigger one so we can have more buttons, but you niggas don't know how to act.
A healthy relationship though for Juan is let's be open, let's be honest. So I guess that would all fall under communication. Yeah, man, just don't lie to me. Don't give me a reason to want to whoop your ass. I ain't gonna do it, but don't put me in that headspace.
No,
Because
you're
if I feel like I have to take it there, G, we don't need to be dating.
What about you, Unc? What does a healthy relationship look like to you?
Bro, ain't no such thing as no healthy fucking relationship.
Okay.
You're gonna have your issues, you're gonna argue, you're gonna do this or that. But the only thing that's healthy about it is, like you said, knowing who you are, being open and communicate. So if your significant other know who you are and know what makes you tick, they will not press them buttons.
Well,
the
that's
way-
No, they're gonna do it anyway.
exactly because it's unhealthy.
But no,
we call it toxic now. But
hold
So,
on now.
you
There's
know
a difference
what I'm saying?
between a healthy and a perfect. A perfect relationship is unrealistic.
exactly.
So that's what you were saying. But a healthy is the simple
as a-
fact that y'all.
I know
Y'all
it's
are
not gonna
having
be
Tone
healthy
want to go
because
home.
opposites
but
attract.
No,
So,
she said she don't want to be here at 11 o'clock. So I'm trying to-
well, it
No,
ain't.
listen, I'm still present and accounted for. I'm just
You gotta-
responding to
you-
some text
as-
messages. 'Cause
as-
people are-
as-
people are
as-
checking on me, making sure I'm okay.
As-
So
you're
that's
right.
wanted to
You got
Right, we
energy.
should have got this wine though because we might have got some shit out of
Yeah.
yeah,
wine.
shoulda.
you know.
Oh, trust me. Next time you come here, we're gonna have this motherfucker open or something. Gonna be open.
I would have brought.
What you like? You just drink wine? You don't drink vodka, nothing? Whatever you want, I bring it.
What's
Nah.
funny is I actually drink Crown Apple,
And
I
y'all
just-
never offered her none.
so
First of all, that makes you a horrible host.
I'm so used to just motherfuckers. Just if
I
you want to
don't.
drink it, you know.
See, if I had it, I sure would have asked you. Did you want some?
Motherfucker, you got the bottle now. Anyway, we'll drink it next time.
But who really got the bottle though? Are you really looking, or is you just seeing?
Anyway, do you, as a woman, do you press buttons on purpose?
I used to. I don't anymore.
Was it only because it was your ex-husband, or were you doing it to everybody? Because that makes a difference.
I was doing it to everybody. The person that I'm dating right now, I don't do that to.
Why? Why?
So
you
it's
still
true that
need to
women
test?
know the buttons.
I think just from
Were you traumatized?
I was, and I actually had to do a lot of healing before I got to the point where I'm at right now. So that's where I'm like, I'm at the point like I'm not playing no games with nobody.
You're too old for that shit.
I'm just over it. It's not even about age. It's just like I'm over it.
Stop calling back. Oh,
I got a question.
No, see, there's a difference. I didn't say she was old. I said she's
How
too
do
old for
y'all?
that
How do
shit.
y'all figure out what the buttons is? Like,
Oh, you
is
can
it
tell
like
by-
a test?
Tell them.
You could tell, yeah, if like someone tells you different things that happen to them.
Like
so I think-
it's that's part of the
Because I
Stop
feel
playing
like
games.
you shouldn't.
like the give up the games part. That's prime example of that because men don't open up to women because women will eventually take that during a moment of disagreement and make it live and direct. Like y'all fight.
They damn sure know where the low blows is.
What'd you
so
say?
I said depends on
That's
the
what I
person.
say.
'Cause I
Is it
used to do that.
something
Like I don't do
that's-
that anymore. Because
Is
I
it
feel
something
like,
that's taught
I'm in a
or
spot where-
learned? The
Because
buttons to
I
press.
sometimes like joke and say I got the Erykah Badu effect because a lot of times like people like guys I deal with, they're very comfortable with me. They tell me everything, and they tell me all the stuff. Like I get all the trauma, I get all that stuff.
Right. But
You
when
know.
y'all get in an argument,
The ones that I've had in the past.
that's what I'm saying.
They-
When you get in an argument,
You use that?
they'll use it.
Yeah,
women
they,
are no,
I've
women are
had that
notorious for
happen to
using
me.
it.
I've had that used against me.
Yeah, and a lot of people do. People don't argue anymore
That's
to prove a point. They argue to win.
Yeah.
So the easiest way to guarantee a win is you take trauma that was told to you in confidence and throw it in front of you. Or they'll
To
take
see what
you-
you're gonna do.
like for an example, how many times have you seen women arguing with their men and for no reason? You little dick motherfucker.
Do y'all practice that shit or y'all just
Not
wing
me.
it? Or do y'all
Justin, they
wing
just
it?
be in the mirror
Do
like,
y'all wing it like this nigga say this?
No,
Or
but
do
they
y'all
know-
just
they
wing
know
it?
what-
But
they
Like,
know-
you just know.
oh, okay.
You know
okay.
what's gonna hurt because in that moment when I sat here and I shared my insecurities with you of how I was raised up or not having my dad or some shit or whatever I decided to put on the table, right?
you know, daddy having ass nigga just dog.
I've said that
Or,
before.
or say
I
some
told
shit.
it-
That's
I
why
told
your fucking
somebody-
daddy didn't care about you.
I've
And then
said
be
that
like,
too.
bitch, like at that point in time, you deserve a bottle up against your head.
She said I was ugly, couldn't read good.
But
Oh,
that's
Deja
the
Bell
whole-
Blue Street.
That's why, as I got older, I learned to just like pick your arguments because if it's something that you know is not really worth arguing over, let that unnecessary "I need to win" shit dissipate. Because if me and you is not agreeing on something, like if you don't like the fact that I'm sitting here podcasting every single day, and I'm saying this is my business, this is my money, blah blah this, we can sit back and go back and forth and argue because we both feel like where we are right. Or I can be like, you know what? What problem you got with it? What don't you like about it? Where's going on here? All right, I see where you're coming from, but you do know that all that shit we just did 3 weeks ago, that came from podcasting after I
Why
paid the
is
bill.
calling a nigga little dick so just? Why is that?
Because
a thing?
men are insecure about their penises.
Bro, don't talk about my dick if you just sucked it.
They don't give a fuck.
Nigga,
They suck
hey,
it because they feel bad for you. They will always have
A
an answer
pity-
to back up that
A
shit.
pity dick suck? Oh, that's terrible.
If a woman wants to
It does
win
happen.
that argument, they will say whatever.
You giving out pity dick sucks?
Not anymore. I feel like
she said no, not
You-
this time.
not anymore is what got me.
Like
Wow.
I have in the past.
I
You was
used
giving
to,
out
but
the
I'm
pity
different
pussy?
now.
I've
That is disgusting.
No, it's not when you get in the pussy.
Don't give me no pussy and don't put no thought into it.
Look,
That's why pussy ain't a gift now.
sometimes we just
no,
need
well
to,
now it is.
sometimes we only
No.
need pussy to masturbate.
Do not
bro.
give me pussy on my. Don't give me the same pussy that you gave me a week ago and be like, here, here's your birthday.
No, you get special occasion. You
How
know, stuff.
special?
What's
What's
yeah,
special?
Yeah, I'm with. What's special occasion pussy?
I mean,
What's extra?
what's extra?
Whatever
is
you
like,
ain't had in a long time, they're
Right,
gonna
like
bring
what
it
takes
back
it-
out.
what
You know
takes-
how Jordan.
What takes the pussy from an ice cream cone to a caramel
Sundae.
sundae?
It's gonna be like Jordan.
Not gonna tell.
I too. I see what you did. I too.
It's like Jordan, some shit that
You not-
came out back in the
you
day.
not gonna share your
they
tips
bring
and tricks
it back
with
out
I
and you
will
get it like
not
it
share
never
my
came out
tips and
before.
tricks, because I mean, someone is benefiting from my tips and tricks.
See,
I
told you they fucking.
see, damn it.
See, there's always an underlining with me, bro. I'm good at this. With that being said, we've come to the end of this
I'm just saying,
particular
nigga.
episode.
As we knew they was fucking.
I just want her to admit it. She wasn't going to admit it.
You know, women don't be
You
out.
know what? I feel like I shouldn't have to admit that. I'm an adult. You know.
You are an adult, and we know that if you fucking, you fucking.
You be kidding. I bet the man.
I mean,
With-
do y'all be
with
fucking
the-
or do y'all be fucking?
with the lights on? Because if the lights on, them motherfuckers be
Go
hitting
ahead and
that,
drink more water.
hitting that
You got-
melanin.
You be
Woo!
fucking the Luther, don't you?
Bro, it's prom night. Nigga, like the prom night.
Never
Where
too
you
much,
ask-
never too much,
Yeah.
never too much.
No, I'm not.
The music playing and shit.
You Maxwell in it?
I can't
Like
hit
a
that
little,
note.
Little Marvin Gaye.
Oh. You hit it to
Yeah.
you hit it to Marvin Gaye? Mm. Not the Mercy Mercy Me album, is it?
No.
sexual healing.
Not
Wake
even
up,
that one
wake up,
either.
wake
You gotta go through
Just like music.
it.
Turn on some music.
I
Y'all
want
a
that
mess.
music.
Y'all are a mess.
You love us for it. That's why you
I
stayed.
do.
You be
Because you
making
could have
them
easily
mess.
you could have easily went home. You
I
could have been
could've.
anywhere else in the world. But you here
But
with
you here
me.
with-
I am here with y'all.
High five. Boom. That was the greatest
once-
line Jay-Z ever said.
Once again, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. I'd like to thank both the guests for being here with us.
Y'all some wild boys.
Wouldn't want it any other way. With that being said, make sure you check us out on all streaming platforms. That's Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Make sure you like and subscribe us on YouTube. We try to drop every Wednesday. For you Apple users, I want to apologize right now. I don't know what the fuck Apple is doing, but the episodes are coming out even later than they're supposed to, so I'm going to work with them. We are also available on Amazon Music /Audible and Pandora.
Podcast is it. Come on time. Hey, come on time.
Not
Get
anymore.
you on the podcast?
Mm-hmm. So with that being
But if
said,
you can't catch me on Apple, you can damn sure see me on YouTube.
9:30. Whenever the day they supposed to drop, I get them at 9:30. Notification.
that's what's happening when you subscribe, bitches.
Oh,
With that being said, Juan, take us home.
yeah.
Like what you like and don't be a dick. And Sarita don't know, but she finna be our co-host. So she don't know, but she gonna be here
I'm
next
not
week.
like, wait a minute, how you figure?
No, we ain't gonna bully her. We gonna give her the freedom to choose. You ain't got to be here every week.
Well, I'm just gonna say my words for the week are gonna be: say what you mean and mean what you say.
Make sure you check her
Stop
out.
talking about people's penises too.
What's your Facebook group name?
Oh, Let's plug that.
It is chronic pain support for people of color.
And we're not talking about the chronic you get in California, but that can also help.
Oh,
too.
and she
Talk
go
about
live
the
every
physical.
Thursday. Every
Well, I
Thursday.
normally do, but tonight I wasn't able to because I was on scales.
All right.
So
Well, usually she live every Thursday and she do like a game night exercise.
Bring your game next time.
really,
Yeah,
okay. I can
What
bring
game
it.
is that?
It's called Table Topics.
bring your game. Next episode.
That I come on, I will.
In
bring
June,
it.
we gotta work. She'll be back in June because we booked and busy for the next
That is
couple
true.
episodes.
I was going to ask you who here next week.
Wind Down Wednesday.
Ooh, Interesting.
Uh-oh.
Damn, I mean we gotta buy some wine.
Nigga, the wine of the month club, baby.
Hey, she was like, not this wine.
Make sure you guys go check out Tranquility Blends. It's a Milwaukee-based wine. It is fantastic. She is making moves, so get on board while you still can. With that being said, people, we are getting the fuck out of here. Peace.